The president was of the opinion that we should visit each and every family to find out how they are doing, especially the spouses and the children. And because the president is out of the jurisdiction, the acting president, the vice, Professor J. Nano Pokwajiman, led the delegation today to pay visitations to each and every one of the victims of the tragedy. Basically, the visit was also to communicate the president's commitment to support the families through this very difficult period and to reassure them of the pledge that he has made to, especially for the families with young children who are still in school, with the announcement of the Child Support Fund. And today I'm happy to announce that a lot of donations are already coming through, so you may want to also visit the government communication portals on how you can also donate to the Child Support Fund for the various victims or the families of our fallen heroes. This is also to help the government ensure that whatever their fathers would have done for them, government will step in and do same. For the adult children, conversations are around how to support their own aspirations, those in search for jobs, those that are also yet to complete school. It's the same commitment to them. So today we just came to reassure the family that the president is with them and will stand with them throughout this very difficult period.
The incident happened over the weekend, and we picked the signals on Monday very early in the morning, so I had to send some team there to go and assess the situation at hand. And upon briefing me, I realized that I had to follow up myself to go and reassure the health workers at the facility, because some of them were down-spirited, demoralized, and felt very insecure at the facility. So I went there to visit the victims, both the accident victims and the nurse who was attacked. And so after that, we had a closed-door meetings to reflect on what we can put immediately in place, the medium and the long-term issues. One of the things that came to fore was the fact that we needed to improve upon the security of the area. So we talked about the internal security, and we talked about getting the police also on board. And quite apart from that, we had to constitute a committee to look into the matter. So we formed a 5-member committee, a lawyer, a nurse, a medical doctor, an auditor, and HR person to look into the matter. And there's that angle of the criminal aspect, where the police is also dealing with that particular aspect. So we are simultaneously dealing with the issue. And one of the reasons why I feel very, very, very strong about this incident is that I do not want it to become a precedent in this country where other people will be learning from, where people will take the law into their own hands when they think that they don't feel satisfied with any health care delivery in this country. And I have made this point on several platforms that irrespective of the level of provocation, no person, nobody has the right to physically attack any health professional in this country. Worst case scenario, if you feel dissatisfied about the services, you can lodge a complaint and we'll look into it. You have no right, so nothing can justify that attack. It's absolutely unnecessary.
So we are currently at Liberia camp, and we're here today to ascertain the state of the road that is being built all the way from this side to Winneba.
When it comes to traffic congestion in this area, it's very huge. This is the only access road that everyone uses to use their vehicle to pass through, go to Winneba, Takrade, and so on. So, you know, this place is very busy. This road is very busy. So what I can say is that I know the contractor is also doing his best to make sure the road is mutable for commuters to use. So I will just plead that the contractor will beef up with his doings and make sure this road is finished in no time. Just last week, I was able to talk to those individuals who were affected by the demolition You know, before this work could commence, those people who had their properties along the road were given some portion of money. According to what they told me was that the money was not coming from the central government, but instead the money was coming from the contractor himself in order to pave way for him to carry on his work. So during the time of work, he will process for the government to also pay those demolished properties in full. They even wanted to do a demonstration. I have to talk to them, I have to take them to the DCE. Let me commend the DCE. She has done tremendously well to calm down nerves, as well as the Member of Parliament, Honorable Desmond Petu. They've been of help to those people who properties got damaged or who property got demolished, and they have been on the neck of the minister to make sure that the right thing is done, their compensation will be paid.
Edwani di omo yeba delay 30 kakra ni wo mu enti se kwan de eso ano ne ye no anu guso ye no enya de omo asesom no mafiri so da bia omo wo so a omo ye adwuma 24 hours ba ne ntem ko no enmom na nka ye hia ne ntem ne ma driver for no ye top pass dodo
kwan no wo ye no the way omo ye kwan de ebebo an but ye ni access road bia enti sometimes weekend they ha na ye brepa or traffic on pa because say when the way car we quick say car being a breakdown what happen and I don't know I had choke okay last week Friday ubi so be already job back Brian Brewer traffic on and aha pa
future no ba so na o mo ebegu so amahe o mo di nso ebegu so nti e yo okay mahe nti court was in there so o mo fele mahe e na kwan no car ni tumi fa so e mahe ha
ba I say kwan ni yenti no nipa ne bakra na ayebasa yenya hwe nti esra ba so mo meye kwan ma yentem na o ye hoto passengers so mo ba na mo kasa say yentu ya ba kwan ye na ade ta ma eduma no kra na ye de enkoso.
Few months ago, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly, AMA, led by the Accra Mayor Honorable Alote and his team on the Accra street to clear traders on the street and then the pavement for them to be able to ease the congestion and then restore order. Today, I'm here on the street of Makola, and some of the places remain unchanged, where some traders remain the same spaces that the mayor advised them to move, and some of the places have improved. I'm here to find out why some of these things are going on.
Metro station for Munambe Mefaso. I can say, and I make as a banner, you have a punish on my AMA for any police for my boy. And one,
I'll pay the aim for Muye Mamma.
I say, Quani them my, I have Quani said them my.
I'm a your ticket, I'm a your license. Ticket here or pure ballano, then what pure AMA, no, or ticket here of Chiolenyo, can license to me. Oh, what be a name? What? We have
been selling on the pavement for the past 20 years, and there is nowhere to go. Moreover, we pay AMA on daily basis for about 20 to 30 cedis as sanitation fee and license fee.
Almost 20 years.
I think today is better. Because at first, when I used to come to Accra, the place is normally choked and all that, but now I think it's quite better.
So is it that you mostly come here on Tuesdays or?
Oh, I mostly come here on Tuesday and Friday.
Okay, so last week Friday you were here, right?
Yes.
So last week Friday, how was this place?
Oh, people were here, choked. The place was somehow choked, but now. So I think today being Tuesday, it's quite better.
Some few we see who sakraye kakraka papa na de na beto ha na wo hwa ha na wa ya de papa wa makwan na demu kama utwa mu ho ba o wo be se wo da ha kra betimi ada ha say traffic asembie ni wo bebre sa na Saturdays de omo ma on be hye kakra won chenchen se na oye no why ade pa onko so nya ne sa why
aka me ba wi nga wo fi oni yo ni nkan amedi
The mayor's initiative to get traders off the pavement is commendable, and I entreat my fellow traders to adhere to the directive.
According to the bank,
It's time to walk. Then go downstairs. Yes. I'm going to okay. Everything is ready. We go to your phone.
Kenya.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for your hospitality.
Was held at the instance of the IGP. He invited through the security measures put in place. And now we are all aware of what's going to happen, and we are all sure that the police will deliver on its mandate. Thank you.
Comrade.
From the computer, I want you to basically. It was a pepper spray. I mean, one of their leaders, our commission, had pepper spray in her back. She came to the place and was asking an necessary question. To the extent she was spraying that one, even to officers of the police as well as the EC officials. I mean, all these things caused the problem at that polling stations. So telling them they need to beef up security and make sure that the fact that you are a former minister or a former MP or a MP, if you don't have accreditation, you have no business at the polling stations. And I also made it easy to make sure that they post the results at the end of the collation in each of the polling stations, because it's a requirement under Regulation 39(3)(c) that at the end of the collation they need to put one there, so that if there's anything, we can rely on that one too. The EC said yes, and they're also saying that we should make sure that our supporters don't tamper with those things when they put it out there. I mean, so we're clear in our mind. The police have given it all the assurance, but they were also worried about some arrests that our current Deputy General Secretary made a statement that former appointees will be arrested at Akotia. They raised it there, and we're surprised. Why should they bring it to this place? Because our Deputy General Secretary didn't say the police will arrest. He said they will be arrested. And there are other agencies. No, there are other agencies. It's not the only official authority. There are others. And I'm saying that if you are a fugitive, and then you should be worried about it. If you are not a fugitive, why should you be worried with a statement of that nature? But as we speak, we don't know of any. And so hold on, wait and see whether the people will be picked or not. If you know you have done something against the law, and they are looking for you and they're not getting you, if you avail yourself over there, they will arrest you. There are other agencies who have the power of arrest. And they don't necessarily need. I have my two lawyers flank me here. I'm not a lawyer. These are two senior lawyers. And they've made me to believe that even citizens can arrest and hand over to the police. That's not true. If they find out that you are committing a crime, and then at that point there are no police around there, citizens can arrest. And also if you say that it is only police who have the power to arrest, then citizens should fold their arms. Other agencies will also have that power. And so he made a statement, and he didn't point out to the agency which is supposed to arrest. And we still stand by it that those that the agencies are looking for, other allied agencies, they've invited them, some have run away, they can't get them, they are hiding. When they appear there, they will trigger the arrest, other citizens will arrest them, or the agencies will come in and pick them up from the place. That one there is within the law. They are not violating any law. And my lawyers have made me to believe this, and I believe so. Okay. We are grateful.
That's the Henry Nana Boakye is here to also engage with us.
When the Electoral Commission officer came out, he said that there were some objections that were raised by some parties. Was it the NPP that raised objections there?
Yes. First of all, this was a good meeting. We raised some important issues. The police gave us the assurances, but we said that assurances are built on confidence. We also expressed our dissatisfaction with the conduct of the Ghana police, especially in the recently held rerun of about 19 polling stations in Ablekumanov. We said that thugs who were linked to the NDC, who caused mayhem, their images are all over, the videos all over. And as we speak, the Ghana police has not effected any decisive arrest. We saw a communique that stated that they have arrested 2 persons. We don't know what came up. We don't have any update. Were they put before the court? Are they on remand? We don't even know anything at all. So we were very, very, very strong on this particular point. And then the IGP said that, look, they are also serious about it, and we should even expect that even today, by close of today, some arrest would be made. We also mentioned it to the IGP that, look, if they want us to rely on these assurances, then they must work on what happened in Ablekumanov. Why? Because if a stalwart of the New Patriotic Party or even any ordinary member is coming to Akwatia with the mindset of what happened to Honorable Howard Komsin and my deputy, clearly the person is going to protect himself. And I've kept saying this, that for the New Patriotic Party, we are going to protect ourselves. And self-protection is well stated within the laws of this country. So the Ghana police should give us that confidence that they have dealt with the Ablekumanov issue. We have 2 more weeks to go. And I think that we still have a lot of time for them to make some decisive arrest and put these hoodlums, these thugs, before the law court. We mentioned that. Then again, the police also assured us that they are going to deploy over 5,000 men, and they do not need the services of the military. This is purely a police matter, and they also gave us that assurance that this is going to be a Ghana police matter, and we do not want the intervention of the military. So largely, the IGP says that he is going to make sure that this is going to be one of the most peaceful by-elections we've had in this country. But our concerns are still the fact that we have had some people who caused some mayhem in Ablekumanov. They are still walking free. They must make some arrests, and they must put these guys before the law court. So we said that.
Henry, so we know that you've seen the performance of the IGP and the police service in dealing with elections. Ablekumanov is an instance. How confident are you that the concerns you're raising will be addressed in the next 2 weeks before the elections?
Yeah, I think they can do so. Look, recently there were some few guys who made some comments on social media The police, in their view, thought that it was a threat to our peace. They effected arrest. And as I speak, yesterday, they were released. So we also pointed this out to Ghana police, that if you can make such quick arrest, how is it difficult for you to arrest people who've caused these problems over a month ago? But again, they assured us that they are going to have some arrest and they are going to make sure that they instill the confidence that is needed for us to go into the Akwatia by-elections. So that is what they have said. But we have also mentioned it to them that as we speak, we lack that requisite confidence in the Ghana police, especially because of what happened in Ablekmanov, where the people are, the images are all over, the people are seeing. For me, my deputy, he had almost about 20 guys on him. The videos is all over, there are images all over. So we also pointed this out to the Ghana police. Yes.
So that's Henry Nana Boakye, his organizer of the NPP, speaking with us there. But earlier was the
for the Kenyan Devolution Conference.
So as you move around, you protect yourself. In
fact, for the printing of the ballot paper.
Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Good morning. I want to say a big thanks to you for joining us on the show. This is Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. My name is Audu Moore, and it's always a pleasure to welcome you on the show. It's always a pleasure knowing that you tune in every morning to watch this show. You don't want to miss it, and that's why we've given you an alternative, which is 94.1 FM, in case you can't stay behind or stay glued to your TV sets and watch the show. So while you're on the move, you can just tune into 94.1 on your radio dial. It's crystal clear. You can watch us. Anyway, so I want to say a big thanks to the Almighty Allah, the Almighty God, for keeping us safe, alive, and kicking. And we're back again to join the nation's conversations on the big issues that are making their rounds in our dear country, Ghana. I'll go straight ahead and look at what the newspapers are reporting on their front pages. So Daily Graphic says helicopter crash fund accrues 2.315 million cedis. Mismanagement of public funds, PAC files value for every cedi, chases scholarship beneficiary for refund. Get fund earmarks funds for colleges of education projects. The Ghanaian Times, VEEB advocates stronger public education on prison services role in national development. Kenya President hails Zoom Lions Way solution at DEFCON 2025. Zoom Lions seems to be doing some wild things, eh? I mean, they've gone totally global. Anyway, MPA Steering Committee develops roadmap to implement 24-hour economy. Government allocates 403 million cedis to complete stored colleges of education hostels. Education Minister. The Daily Guide, court orders Ademos Australia to pay Ademos Ghana $50,000 cost. Court stops Regimano Grey Estate takeover. And as Galamsey Task Force arrests 4 soldiers for illegal raids. Nana urges stronger institutions for Africa's development. Selina Edichum Foundation supports delegates. Nana urges stronger institutions for Africa's development. Oh, sorry, I've looked at that already. The Insight. Gold Board Tribunal inaugurated to adjudicate issues of license and others. Government pays 9.7 billion cedis coupon under domestic debt exchange program. Secure LPG cylinders in safe, stable position during transportation. MPA urges public. Revealed. OSP names high-profile corruption cases under radar. David Tamaklo elected PRINPAC president in a landslide victory. David, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. You fought a good fight, and has borne some fruits. So congratulations, David Tamaklo. He's actually the editor of the, what's the name of his newspaper again? The Republic, yes, newspaper. The Zaboso chiefs declare war on Galamsey, demand state action. The Inquisitor, tracing the lewds. OSP looks into 67 cases, former MIF boss, others on the radar. And then there's Stop Press. Security operatives, Buju Yakubu misbehave at Chadu. Put LPG cylinders in safe, stable position during transportation. NPA to public. Brain Hill International School opens new Bawe campus. The Ghanaian publisher, Brain Hill International School opens Bawe campus. There's a Kufado's warning to Africa, strengthening institutions or risk collapse. Upon Chroma questions BOG's sterilization policy. Editor loses father. And there's minority slums, lawless rage, hospital intrusion. The Accra Times, fallout from MPP Amnesty Brouhaha. Paula Foko speaks, but former TESCON organizer questions secrecy. Helicopter crash, life is fragile. Bagbing as he bids farewell to 8 fallen heroes. Bafemi, you left me broken. That's Amala's wife, Pearson words. And that is North Dai MP encourages mushroom farming, 250 constituents involved. And there's Anglo Chiefs pay visit to NPA Chief Executive. And there's reflecting on the second meeting of the first session of the 9th Parliament. And there's developed capacities of Hansard officers, that's CHEAAR. The Daily Statesman. Minority cautions against BOG's 60 billion city sterilization policy. No copy and paste reforms for Africa. The Akufo-Addo calls for tailored reforms. As a Demos Australia ordered to pay $50,000 in mining shares dispute. Attack at Ridge Hospital condemned. All right. So that's it for the front pages of the various newspapers we received this morning. Please stay with us. This is Good Morning Ghana. Don't go anywhere, please.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kelkit Toothpaste. Wow. I was made to be gentle on your gum but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky whiter, chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kelkits, happy smile.
I'm here at Mycom JA Limited to show you the Promethean Active Panel, the ultimate tool for corporate institutions, hospitals, schools, and your home. With its crystal clear 4K display and an unbreakable screen with an ultra responsive touch technology, this isn't just a screen, it's a game changer. For corporate institutions and in schools, this active panel can be used for Zoom meetings and PowerPoint presentation. And your homes are not left behind. You can use it to watch all your favorite programs by just connecting to a Fire Stick, and you can get access to channels like Netflix and Amazon, and voila, you are in there. At Mycom JA Limited, we provide you with the best quality products from the United States of America with 1-year warranty. You can get an active panel at a discounted price of 18,000 Ghana Cedi only, and it comes with a Fire Stick, a webcam, and a micro system. You can locate us at Chado Container behind the Trade Fair. Visit Mycom JA Limited today and elevate your tech.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, some more.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Friendly Calico, just call me cockroach.
Now, Mr. Friendly once now.
Hey, that's on you. Improve car. Yeah. Captain Mosquito, double the action. Me did it, Sasso spray. Mr. Friendly Sasso quell. Yeah, cool, too much assassin.
Tum preko.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model. Securing your safety. Creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
Wezalo Amarab. Yes.
Ghana Tourism Authority welcomes you to the 2025 African Marketing and Technology Conference.
From digital storytelling to destination marketing, welcome to Ghana, the gateway to Africa.
Come here and build high-valued network. And of course, you build this network with great industry leaders.
We can't wait to host you. From our immersive cultural experiences to the plethora of our sun, our beaches, our gastronomy. Woo!
We are asking all of you to come network at this beautiful event that will actually teach you the real value of marketing to tourism.
Yes, the Akwaaba Night. Come and experience our rich heritage. Come and dance to the beat and rhythm of our music and culture. This is Ghana Tourism Authority.
You're live on Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. So our guests are seated here, and one of them is a former Greater Accra Regional Minister, a former Tema East MP, and also one of the, you can call it the firebrands in the New Patriotic Party, one of the spokespersons of the New Patriotic Party. I'm talking about the man Daniel Nikwate Titus Glover. He's also a dancer. I mean, he loves dancing, and he's a very good dancer as such. But he's also aspiring to become the national organizer of the New Patriotic Party, and I have absolutely no doubt that he can do the job. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for joining us on the show.
My pleasure.
And I hope you're doing very well.
By the grace of God, I'm strong and healthy.
How be grounds?
Oh, so far so good. Not bad.
We'll continue with that.
We're
let me bring in your other brother and colleague before I ask you about how the grounds. So the other man here is he represents very proudly and very, very passionately his people in Jerapa. And he is also the vice chair of the Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration Committee of Parliament. He's loved by his people. He loves his people too. And he tries to make time to come on the show to advocate and to draw the attention of the government to the needs and the welfare of his people. That's the only reason why he comes here. Talking about Vani Cletus Seydou Tapila. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Moro.
And it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
And how are you?
By His grace, I'm coping.
Family good?
Family
constituency good?
Well. Constituency fantastic.
I'll come back to you as we always do, as part of our rituals, to update us on, when you come on the show, you make appeals.
Yeah, sure.
And we want to know whether anything has changed. So I'll come back to you on that. But, Onupa, how are the grounds?
So far,
are the rank and file warming up to you in ways that make you feel extremely confident or increasingly confident that you're the man for the job?
Thank you very much, Moro. First of all, good morning to your viewers and then your good self.
Thank you. Good morning.
My brother here, this is my first time meeting.
Yes.
I know his constituency so well.
He's likely to become the Mugabe of Jerapa.
Yes,
unless he gets tired and says, I've done my bit.
Moro, this job, I don't intend to be a Mugabe.
Because his constituents don't joke with him at all.
Yeah, that's good. If you are MP performing, why not?
Yes.
Why not?
Anyway,
so we are on course, doing it slowly, gradually, touching base.
Okay.
So everything is on course. So they'll hear of us. I mean, my style of doing things is more of submarine.
Yes.
Right. But then you're moving. You don't make much noise.
No, you're a very dangerous fighter.
We don't make noise.
You look unassuming, but
physically you see me to be outspoken.
Yes.
But when I'm doing my things, I don't talk about it. On the ground and doing things gradually.
Because in the
results that will show.
Yeah, because in the last elections you lost by a whisker.
I know.
Yeah, very small.
I know, but that is one of my strengths. That is one of them. Let me take this opportunity to say one or two. But yesterday, I did United Television at the Chinsruma.
Okay.
In the afternoon, I did Asempa.
Okay.
Ekusi Seng. Then in the evening, I was at Asasipa.
Okay.
During the discussion, something came up.
Okay.
In terms of the amnesty our party has given to some of the suspended party members in the various constituencies and all that. So I shed some light on it. So a question came as to what is going to be done with Alan and Co.
Yeah.
So I said, they were once our party members. And Alan was a big face in our party. He has contributed. But for the fact that he has left to form his own movement and contested elections, it's a bit difficult. But in order to make this amnesty more holistic and really unite for a common front come 2020, I don't mind if we can bring him back. And I want to be part of the team that will do that facilitation in order to make sure that we're all together and all that. Right there on the show, some of the phone that came, people were not pleased about it. This morning I've had some messages coming to me. Some of the rank and file are not really enthused about it.
And what's the reason?
And their reason is that because of the way he treated the party with his folks and all that, I should stay away with that. So, please, colleagues, I'm just pleading. It's an idea that I shared, that if the need be, let's see how we could unite our front. But if you still believe that no, he should be where he is and all that, that is the choice of individual people or activists or members of our party. Maybe I can withdraw and let the status quo remain the same. Because I wanted a united party that we can all come together. Because I always say that when your child is on your laps, you don't cut the flesh. You just wash it off. We know very well that he has hurt us so much, you know, but hey, there's a time that you can take a decision that will not be pleasant to everybody. But looking at the future, so if members of the party are not happy about it, then I'm sorry, I'll withdraw and I'll let the status quo remain. The party has made a decision. If you want to come back, he can write and come and join. That is the party that he once belonged. So, colleagues, please forgive me. Thank you, more.
But how helpful or how progressive or productive will this posture be or inure to the development, growth, and the forward march of your party when a stalwart like you makes an innocuous and a harmless appeal for another stalwart, a former stalwart of the New Patriotic Party, to join you, and people are up in arms? I thought the spirit behind the general amnesty that your party is granting is to make sure that your party goes into the next elections a united front, because you believe every single vote counts in the next elections.
Absolutely so.
So how then do you fight somebody who means well
absolutely
for your
so.
party?
Because
I mean, something doesn't add up.
Let me give credit to Honorable Kennedy Japon.
Okay.
In fact, he really started championing the general amnesty to party activists and
yes, during the thank you tour.
Thank you tour. In fact, he really brought the idea, and I'm happy the steering committee and the National Executive Committee, including the National Council, approve of that. So when this amnesty is given, you go to Agona West, over 200 people have been suspended or dismissed or something, and you're asking them to come back because all these people have a way of campaigning, you know. So let's find a way to bring everybody back. It was on that strength that I suggested, if it will be possible, can we strike that olive branch to our colleague and brother and friend to see if he can come back? Because there's a caveat in the amnesty. Those who have formally written to resign or left, they should use the same medium to come back, you know. So that was the caveat that was in that amnesty. So I'm saying that, look, why don't you receive him back? But unfortunately, the response was that's negative. And this morning, the feedback that I'm getting, all quarters looks a bit not good. If I'm not careful, it can affect my campaign. So I need to tread cautiously.
But
to make sure that
Onukwa,
yeah.
Are you also aware that there are possibly many others who also agree with you who may actually vote for you because of that?
Yes, there'll be silent people that you wouldn't see them. But I'm bold enough to suggest that. You know, I'm bold enough to make that suggestion. As to whether it can be taken is another matter. You get what I mean? It's another matter. Regardless, Alan has been a senior brother, a good friend, very supportive. And to lose him, I still think that it's sad. For the reason why he left, it is less for him alone. But hey, I'm also managing my campaign. I need to be very careful I don't rock the boat. I need his national organizer to help build and rebrand the party. You get what I mean? So I want to leave it here. If people are not happy about me, please forgive me. But from my bottom of my heart, I meant well.
But if this is something you believe in, why backtrack?
Yes, there is another way you can go around it. There's another way that you can go around it. There's another way you can go, not necessarily openly suggesting as to what you can do about it. So,
how overwhelming was the reaction that has caused you?
Oh, my phone has been inundated with calls and messages all over. Since last night, I woke up and it kept coming and all that. So please, let me just chill and see how to manage my campaign. So that
do these people who are upset with you mean well for your party? Do you think they mean well?
I can't say that.
Okay.
I can't say that.
All right.
They are speaking out of bitterness.
Okay.
Because of what Alan has taken the party through.
Okay.
Do you understand? It is out of that bitterness that they are talking, but there is time for everything.
All right. Well, since you brought it up, we might as well just continue with it because there's some other angles to this general amnesty conversation. I was going to bring it up anyway, but at a later time. But now that you've brought it up, that's fine. Now, the Accra Times today reports of the, what you call the view which has been expressed by your former national chairman, or Awentemi Afoko. I hope I got the pronunciation of his middle name correctly. He has a very interesting view, and I want us to look at that. Fallout from MP Amnesty Brouhaha, Paul Afoko speaks, but former TESCON organizer questions secrecy. Now, the story is here, and anyway, let me say a very good morning to Simon. He's the managing editor of the Accra Times. Now, Simon Avabe Agianab, he wrote the story himself, and he says that the former national chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Mr. Paul Awentemi Afoko, has welcomed his party's decision to grant amnesty to all suspended members. This decision, he said, would promote party unity. Right? In a radio interview, Mr. Afoko stated that if the party wants all members to work together, such a decision is commendable. But he disagreed with the conditions attached to the amnesty. On August 16, 2025, the MP, under the leadership of acting national chairman Mr. Dankwa Smith Bute, I hope I got that okay, issued a statement granting amnesty to all suspended party members. The statement noted that the decision reflects the party's commitment to fostering internal cohesion and preparing for the political task ahead. The move follows an emergency meeting held by the National Council on July 25, 2025. Mr. Afoko emphasized that amnesty should be unconditional, right? And that's the story I'm talking about. Now, in a related development, former Tertiary Students' Confederation TESCON organizer Mr. Mohayedin C. Mohammed described the unsigned conditional amnesty as a political maneuver. He stated the document lacks transparency and due process. Mr. Mohammed emphasized that true unity means allowing members to fully participate in shaping the party's future and question why the secrecy surrounding the document and the 2-year ban on contesting for positions. According to Mr. Mohammed, the National Executive Council should prioritize listening to the grassroots rather than preserving power. He suggested that the National Executive Council should scrap the 2-year ban, but rather urge them to explain the unsigned document, promote real competition, and listen to the grassroots. I don't know about these unsigned documents that they keep talking about. I have no idea what they're talking about. But that's Paul Afoko's view on this matter. That you can't in one breath say, come, all you who have labored, and let's chalk success together. But then you are saying that to be able to do that, you must reapply, especially for those who willingly left, not those who have been dismissed or suspended indefinitely. What's your view on this?
I see nothing wrong about that conditional clause, because in every institution, every society, political party, there are rules. So if out of the wisdom of the National Council, that the suggestion by Honorable Kennedy Jepong has been accepted to give amnesty. That is good. But the fact that you'll be giving amnesty, you know, these people went through some disciplinary processes before their punishment was meted out to them. Now, for a stronger party unity, let's forgo all these things and bring them back. That does not mean that immediately you are accepted in our fold. There's a reposition, then you go and pick a form, then you go and contest. We need to check and make sure that, excuse my language, some of the behaviors that you put up that led to that punishment being meted out to you is checked. Do you understand? So it's a way of trying to really assess whether those behaviors that you exhibited prior to your suspension is not repeated. You know, so clearly, I also have a problem as to why they are insisting that that 2-year condition should be scrapped. But I like what my former chairman said, that the idea itself is highly commendable. That look, everybody should come back. But in coming back, we need to check some of the things that we do. Sometimes the way we talk, the way we relate to people. We've said so many nasty things about people that maybe you yourself not taking notice of that. So if you want to come and take appointment, contest for any elections, this is a way to really assess you and make sure that those conducts that you put up at the time of your punishment is not repeated. So I don't see anything wrong in that 2 years clause that he's being given to read. In fact, it's for you to justify yourself that indeed you're coming back with full vigor and that spirit to really come back into our fold and work. You understand? And sometimes in some constituencies, looking at your performance, the way you do things, there's a way that they can go about it. Even there's a constitutional provision that is you have 2 years. If they can make a justification on an individual based on his comeback and the work that he's doing, and they can take it to the National Council, they can reverse it, whatever. But I don't see anything wrong about that clause of that 2 years that you should come and serve. Because coming back into our fold, there's no problem. But to pick a form to contest for position, we need to weigh and really assess whether indeed you have reformed before you can take up any electoral office.
But we all know that politics essentially is about interest.
Yes, that's true.
If I'm rejoining a political party, my interest may go beyond just the fact that I want to just be a member. I may have an ambition. Now, if I feel that that ambition cannot crystallize until after 2 years, all things being equal, how useful do you think that membership will be to the party?
Moro, I don't know how you want to take this up. So if this amnesty has not been given, will you still enjoy what you want to enjoy?
Obviously not.
So at least you need to commend the party for really opening up that you should all come back. That alone is good. Because on your suspension or your walk out of the party, you're on your own. You need a vehicle that you want to ride on. And that vehicle is the party. Now the party is saying that for what has happened in the past, I forgive you. Please come back. Let's work together. However, there's a caveat. We will not give you that total, room. If you really want to contest for any position, because you now come back being accepted, at least we want to assess you and make sure that the wrongs of the past are not repeated. I don't think this is too much to ask. So if it is me, I will justify myself. And let me share an example. Yes, I was sharing that on Asasipa. I was an elected assembly member in the municipal assembly then.
Okay.
Now a metro. In the electoral area called Ashiboy, if you know Tema well, that is side 3, side 4, side 5, side 6, side 7, all the way to side 11. Under the Roman Catholic Church, behind there, the Chudase Primary, Chudase JHS, I call it middle because I went to the old school. Chudase Middle, Chudase J, Akojo School, all over side 10. And the then Minister for Fisheries, Honorable Ishmael Ashite, may he so rest in peace, said I should not contest my second term. I was then Assistant Secretary for Tema East. Listen, then he said I shouldn't contest. Why? I said, why? He said, no. Because he's not happy the way I'm doing my things in the assembly. At the time, you know, there was this fumigation exercise.
Yes.
The early days of President Kufuor's time, this fumigation where some 200,000 Ghana cedis were spent. And looking at me, we've come to power fresh. And I felt that, look, what they did was not right. So I kicked against it to make sure the right things are done.
Right.
So because of that, Shimlashi said, look, I should not go back to the assembly. And I said, look, I'm an elected assembly member, even though I'm an assistant secretary of the party. So I should step down. I said, I will not. So he planted 2 MPP, my late uncle, Ajite Kraku, and late Peter Marvin. And eventually, Ajite Kraku won that election. I lost by 12 votes.
Wow.
Then, because we're in the executive meeting, we're taking that decision that I would go, he said I shouldn't go. He felt I affected him. So he called me before a disciplinary committee. Listen, and the current chairman for Tema Central, Charles Boatin, when I was assistant secretary, he was an activist of the party.
Right.
He came into the executive committee meeting and was speaking against me. So the disciplinary committee, the panel that was formed, he's part of the panel. My colleague Honorable Kofi Brako, former MP for Tema Central, was the chairman, and the lady, one mistake something forgotten. So I protested in KB's office. I look, Charles attacked me at the meeting when he was not a member of the executive committee.
Yeah.
How can he be part of this disciplinary committee meeting to come and hear my case? So please, he should recuse himself. And eventually recused. Eventually I was suspended. He took the former chairman, Obi Fusu, to give me amnesty, to lift the suspension. Because we needed everybody to come involved, come and help.
Yeah.
But they know my contribution in the party. They know the work I've done. I just want to add this to what the party has given. If I was a bad person, I'm not sure the leadership of the constituency led by Kina Fusu will allow me to come back. But they know my contribution for 92. So I will appeal to my former chairman and those who have that school of thought that they should keep calm. It is a good call, and like he said, very commendable that the party has brought it back. Let us all come and work. So long as he has these leadership qualities, after these few years, he want to contest any office, he can go ahead and do it.
Cletus.
Yes, Moro.
You've been here before. You seem to have gotten yours done in a very seamless, less controversial way, but it appears that your colleagues on the other side looks like it's generated some issues. Remember the DFP days, Obeda Samoa, Bin Zeding, and so on, yes. And when you were bringing them back into your fold, I don't know how you did it. But what have you been reflecting on based on everything that's happened and what Titus has said?
Well, Moro, good morning once again to you. Let me say good morning to my senior brother, Honorable Titus Glover. Good morning to the good people of Jirapa and our distinguished viewers. Moro, politics is a game that at any time you must apply emotional intelligence in order to manage people. Politics is the only place where rules are not respected, and yet people want to be accommodated. Meanwhile, all these political parties have constitutions. We have our rules and regulations, and yet it is the only game that people will talk to you without any recourse to your position, without any recourse to the rules and regulation governing the party. So at any point in time, you have to manage people, manage human beings. And let me also add that you cannot do politics in isolation. It's a group work, it's a team work. So that is why we call it a party. It's not an individual thing. An individual cannot form a party. Like, you can form a party, but an individual cannot make up a party.
True.
You have to have the numbers. Yeah. You have to be a team. You have to be a group with your ideas as to how you want to run this country or whatever elections that you want to contest. So if you look at, I'm not too old, but looking at the Fourth Republic, all those people, we have two major political parties in this country. All those people or splinter groups who have tried to bring down these two parties have not always succeeded. They have not always succeeded. You can't talk about the NDC after the 2002 National Congress in Koforidua, the breakaway, and all of that.
Yeah.
Then you can talk of the NPP, the Rekubrobe and Co., the UGM, and all of that. You see, you can't fight against a system.
Yeah.
You cannot, an individual, you will struggle. You see, these parties were not formed today, NDC, NPP. They've been in existence for some time. So if you are not happy about how you've been treated in the party, but you have to swallow it. That is why you need to have that patience. You need to have faith in everything that you do. You see, once it's not your private entity, it's not your bona fide property, you ought to be careful and know that it's not always that you always win. Amoro, anytime I'm going for a contest, I make up my mind. I want to win, but I can also lose too.
Yeah.
So if I lose, it means that God doesn't want me to be there.
Yeah.
If I win, God has destined that I should win. That is how I take it. You understand?
Yeah.
So when you are when you are in a political party and you don't have these things at the back of your mind, you cannot just be in politics.
Right.
You cannot do it. Moro, even in our homes, managing your small family, if you cannot tolerate nonsense, if you cannot tolerate dissenting views, if you cannot tolerate, their suggestions, you will always fail.
Yeah.
You always fail. And mind you, it is also in politics. You cannot have everybody liking you. You cannot. Even your own family. You can't have everybody liking you.
Yeah.
So when you are in a political party, don't expect that any decision they take must favor you before you continue to belong to the party. No. It's a win-win thing. At times you win, at times you don't win. There are times your decisions will be overruled, at times your decisions will be taken on board.
Right.
So all I'm trying to say is that it is good to grant amnesty to the people, the likes of Afoko, the others who, Alan and Co., all those who broke away from the MPP. You see, so if you want to win power, there are times you must or you will have to accept all these people in order for you to have a formidable party. And I also say that there are people who will go against you today, but tomorrow they will support you.
Yeah.
So when they break away, when you have your supporters breaking away, don't be harsh on them. It's anger. It's anger, and the anger will die down. That is why, check in the Fourth Republic, nobody has gone to parliament on independent twice. No parliamentarian, if my records serves me right. Nobody. You see, you go to parliament, you defy your party, go on the ticket or go on independent, you win. You go to parliament, you don't have that party support. You don't have the gravitas to keep the constituency as an independent MP. Now, once you cannot take care of them, the anger dies down, then they leave you to your fate. Yes. In my constituency, an MP attempted twice to go to parliament twice on independent ticket. It didn't work. Yeah. You understand? Normally, there are always protest votes. And you know, protesters, it's always anger, emotions, and all those things. So once the anger and emotions dies down, then they begin to reflect and say, no, this MP that was there, we didn't even like him. Yeah. But he did better. His regime seems to be better than what we are currently experiencing. You understand? Then they will begin to, go back to their roots. And they will leave you, they will ditch you. Because you yourself can't even take care of them. You can't take care of the needs of the constituency as an independent MP. It's usually so difficult. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So for me, all these things are lessons for us to learn as politicians, as political groupings, as political parties, or as members of political parties. Don't allow emotions to let you defy your party rules and regulations. Right. Look, it is better for you to stay and fight than to be breaking away from your party. It is better. Stay and fight for what you believe in. Because you believe in the philosophy of the party and you join. So why do you allow some people's decisions to edge you out of the party, something you believe in? You don't. I will stay and fight for the right thing. But I will not, because of some people's parochial interest, then I stay away and leave the party that we all struggle to form for you. I will not do that. Right. So in as much as amnesty is being granted, they should try. They should try next time to stay and fight. It's better you stay and fight than to be edged out or to opt out yourself. Right. You see, mostly when the anger dies down, they themselves always wish to come back. Yeah. And they always want somebody to extend an olive hand for them to come back, like my brother Titus Glover tried to do in the case of Honorable Alan Chiramanten. Right. Yeah, people, I don't see why you should be apologizing. If your party honestly think that they need numbers to win elections, which I don't wish them, I don't wish you to win anyway. But if they think that you need the numbers to win an elections and you are calling on people to come and join, they have to applaud you for that. So there's no need for you to apologize if only they want the party to win. In any case, to bring Alan back to MPP is going to take people, it's going to be a Herculean task for anybody. Looking at his stature, his integrity, and all of that, and his age, I don't know what he will want to come back to MPP for. So if Honorable Titus Glover has what it takes to bring people back to the party, I think the party members should applaud him rather than asking him to apologize and all of that. Why? If somebody hurts you and apologize, what is wrong with that? That is why we are in a society. You can't always have it all free. The people you like are the people that hurt you. Most. The people you like are the ones that hurt you. So it's your own party members that will hurt you. So if there is an opportunity for them to come back and join the party, you can engage them. Even there should be a team to go around to. That is how Professor Mills and President Mahama, that's how they brought Obed and Co back to the NDC. You understand? That's how they brought Obed, the Honorable Bizede and Co back to the NDC. Today, Honorable Bizede is an MP, he's a member of parliament. You understand? Professor Mills engaged them. He went to their houses, spoke to them, and they came back to the party. That is how you should do it. But you cannot at any time, because they head the party, you say they should go away, even when they are willing to come back. Let them come. Let them come. Why? If your son, your child hurts you, do you disown him? You don't. You don't disown him. He's still your child. You understand? He's still your child. Alan didn't come to join NDC. He didn't go to join PAC. He went to form his own party. You understand? So it means that maybe he doesn't believe in the NDC.
Right.
That's why he didn't come to join the NDC.
But he himself has said it time and again that he still believes in the ideology of the MPP.
You understand? So for me to be apologizing for calling on them to come back, they should rather praise you for, having what it takes. If only my brother has it, what it takes to bring all this, how do I call it, all these returnees back.
Yeah, but he said his votes are at stake.
You understand?
His votes are at stake.
Yeah, I understand. I understand where he's coming from. But all I'm trying to say is that, you see, life itself, you have to be patient. Life itself, you have to be patient. You must not always get what you want. But it doesn't mean that you wouldn't get it tomorrow. If you don't get it today, you can get it tomorrow.
This is the second
time. You can get it. Look, God has plans for everybody. God is the one that created us. We came onto this earth with nothing, and we'll go with nothing. So God shares, God distributes wealth, resources to individuals, and He chooses the time He wants you to be at any point, at any place. So if you are not that patient, some will get in the morning, some will get in the afternoon, some will get in the evening, some will not get at all. Right. But the same God created those people.
Right.
So if yours is in the afternoon and the morning people get and you are not patient, yours will not even come at all. You will fight and will not get anything at all. So I tell people in politics, if it's a position you want to serve, you don't get it today, don't be angry. It is because it's not your time to be there. I left office as a district chief executive in 2017. Then I went in 2018 to contest to be regional secretary. I lost by 1 vote. It didn't deter me. I wasn't perturbed. I wasn't worried. I was only consoling my supporters who were crying why Cletus should lose. At least I've served as constituency secretary for a number of terms. I've served as DC. How can he come? How can you treat him this way? Blah, blah. I said, no, don't worry. Let's go home. Let's go home. God has not designed. It's not in the interest of God that we should be here. Let's go home quietly. We went home quietly. I remember my son got missing in the crowd, and was all the things they were doing, I was busily looking for my son, So that is how it went. Then in 2019, I went to contest parliamentary primaries, and I won convincingly. And I'm here as an MP serving my second term. So I tell people, when you are desperately looking for something and you don't get it, don't be perturbed. Don't. Look, Moro, God will block you from getting your desires in order to save you from a catastrophe, in order to save you from a disaster that you would not have seen. So that is how life is. So in all of this, I just want to say that if you belong to a group, you can't do politics in isolation. Politics is a group work, it's a team work. At any point, you will not always get what you want.
Well, what do you make of the condition, which is that?
Yes, as for
you cannot stand for any party position.
As for the condition, even if you are not a breakaway person in all the two political parties, when you just join, they don't allow you to immediately contest for a position. The two political parties, the NDC, we have it in our constitution.
But I think it's a time frame, isn't
it? There is a time frame. So you have to be an active member for at least 2 good years, a committed member, dues paying member. Okay. You understand? So it is there. Okay. So if you break away for a number of years and you are joining, you are joining as a new member, though it is your old party, but you are joining as a new member. Okay. So you cannot come and be given the opportunity to lead. So for me, I don't have a problem with the condition.
Okay.
I don't have a problem. They should all also understand.
Okay.
But let me come to say that why will they come to join the MPP? They should come. They should come and join the NDC. They should come and join the NDC.
You mean Alan should come and join the NDC?
Yeah, Alan should come and join the NDC.
But he says he believes in the MPP's ideology.
Yes, that is very true. But I'm sure he felt he wasn't treated fairly. That's why he left. So he shouldn't. So this movement for change, it's a movement. It's not a party. So he should just come and join the NDC with his number. We want him to come. We will not give him conditionality, so he should come.
You're granting him
unfettered. We are giving him a blank check.
Anyway, so Idi Muhyiddin, one of your
a lawyer.
Yes, and a former youth activist, a former youth leader. He's always a how do you call it, a youth activist. In fact, he's the former general secretary of NUX.
Yeah.
So he sends me this message, and he says that my questions have some answers in the message he just sent to me. And he says that, Moro, you will find all your answers in Article 392 of the party's constitution on why a certain category of suspended or expelled members have to reapply. So it is a constitutional injunction which cannot be waived. And this is what it is. I'm going to read it. It comes under forfeiture of membership, which is Clause 9 of your party's constitution. It says that whenever a member ceases to be a member through resignation, expulsion from the party, or forfeiture of membership, the person may reapply. So may reapply for membership of the party, and the person may be readmitted on conditions provided in the Constitution, except where the National Executive Committee decides otherwise. So whenever a member ceases to be a member through resignation, expulsion from the party, or forfeiture of membership, the person may reapply. So it's voluntary. That's why they say may, of the party. But I would have thought it should have been shall reapply for membership of the party. That is if the person wants to come back. Rather than may. You know, makes it look like even if I don't, I will still be admitted. Unless there's something I'm not getting.
Let me come in here, Moro. Okay. You see, the conditionality, you see, they could once also, there are people who agitated and left, and you want them to come back. They could allow them to come in. So if they want to take positions, then you can let a group engage them. You see, this amnesty they are granted. I'm sure they are looking at some stalwarts of the party who have broken away.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
They are the figures. They are looking at certain figures. So those people, I don't see how Alan will come today and say he wants to contest for a position in MPP. I don't know. I don't see how. You understand? But they will look at it too like you say we should come, but you are urging us out. I understand. That's why I said that it is in both parties' constitution about how you become a member and how you contest, how long you stay in order to contest elections. It is in both parties. You understand? But these are disgruntled people who broke away. You want them back. So if you start with conditionalities, they may think otherwise. They may think otherwise.
All right, but in all of this, I hope that we're mindful of the fact that Alan Kyerematen himself has publicly declared that in 2028 he intends to stand. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
papa. Ye wo homa.
So open iPhones accessories papa dia. Mention baby ya.
Ba EBA phones and accessories.
Sebani EBA, yeton iPhones any home accessories. iPhone 50 XL cost 16 Pro Max. Accessories ye wo charger, AirPods, any iPhone home akadie nyina. Yanoma ye ni sikapudu e de beto iPhone. Say ya nkrankre, boja, and na say aboye juma your phone nyina. For 40% beji iPhone biya ope. Na ni aka no, wo de bosome miensa. Etua ne nkakra. E kwan ya obefa so de achi enyi. Dial *713*5571#. Oba, sheno so say wo de wo Ghana card. Ene nia ye kire say wo ye adwuma. Hwehwe ye kire kwan e wo Circle Mall. Ene tip tolling ye ni modern photos enchen ho a. Afein so, say wo ba American Mall, ye ni odo rice ene di nhwani. Kuma senso ye wo Edum Central Prisons roundabout Ejekum Abonsan ni. Freyen, e wo numbers na ebu screen ni so no. EBA phones, no hassle cra.
Sometimes the unexpected happens and the hero falls down in his own story. But he needs not stay down for long. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance is your trusted health partner. Whether an individual building a business, with Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern. For the best health insurance solutions for corporate institutions, groups and associations, families and individuals, choose Cosmopolitan Health Insurance from our over 700 accredited health service providers nationwide. Call us on 0302 540 668 or 0501 678 547 for all your health insurance solutions. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern.
I'm a brand manager. Of course, I accept only quality and affordable printed souvenirs for my promotional campaigns.
I'm the head of academic affairs of a very important institution in Ghana. Of course, we only deal with quality, reliable printing companies for our institution's printing materials. I'm talking about appointed time printing.
Appointed Time Printings. We take pride in our extensive print scope that transform your ideas into captivating visual masterpieces. We delve into the core objectives and vision of each print project. Precision printing is at the heart of our printing process as we meet your tight deadlines. Our rigorous inspection, color verification, and overall printing excellence are assured. 20 years of printing excellence. It's always a pleasure working with you to create a vibrant, dazzling printing experience that gives you a masterpiece. Appointed Time Printing, your world of quality and affordable printing.
Wabedum tamaso. Hey, J. Watch it, na learning. Missy, watch and learn. Makwaya mabesisia. Abozege. Akache say no ya konate and the more drink woman. Hey. But I didn't mean. Oh, sorry. She knew her old days. Eji, Dabio, baby wom. Ready? Hey, baby wom. Uncle. Ah, Eji. I'll cause some discomfort. Ah. Uncle. Sorry, well, Uncle, where would I die? Why your funeral? At your phone for Aerofield Trading. Sorry, it killed them all.
No mum share nanda danya wash mosquito call esudu womunumu. Na say spray with them musa. Chaisima edronum ansana ko dynamo.
And Kratoi FDA Ajatum.
Actualize this goal. I will establish and lead a new movement for change in Ghana. The brand logo for the movement is the monarch butterfly, which politically symbolizes change and transformation, hope and positivity. It also communicates strength, endurance, spirituality, and trust, which are all key traits that I cherish as a political leader. In Akan, it is known as Afafanto. The brand motto of the movement is Ghana will rise again. Ghana will rise again. which symbolizes hope for the future of Ghana. The new movement will be led and powered by the youth of Ghana. Out of the over 17 million registered voters in the 2020 general elections, the youth aged 18 to 35 years constituted over 9.4 million voters, representing 55% of the total voters. This is a constituency that you cannot ignore. It is acknowledged without doubt that the youth represent the future of our country, and yet they constitute the most vulnerable section of our society. From available statistics, 85% of all prison inmates in Ghana are aged between 12 and 35 years. This is profoundly alarming. Thank you very much. To actualize this goal, can we have some quietness, please? To actualize this goal, I will establish and lead a new movement for change in Ghana. The brand logo for the movement is the monarch butterfly, which politically symbolizes change and transformation, hope and positivity. It also communicates strength, endurance, spirituality, and trust, which are all key traits that I cherish as a political leader. In Akan, it is known as Afafanto. The brand motto of the movement is Ghana will rise again. Fellow countrymen and women, this is the 17th time that we have gone to the IMF over the last 57 years. We promised never to go back, but we've gone back. One of the lessons that we have learned from the recent developments is that Ghana's economy is still fragile, vulnerable, and susceptible to both external and domestic shocks. This primarily is as a result of the fact that our economy is highly dependent on the export of commodities.
A house that is divided against itself cannot stand. A kingdom that is divided against itself will fall. And you must This is not the first time Yako election at Kugu. But reorganization, any Akubian in Kabomono were able to win power again. And media Islam. Say we support to win, say we support to win. Only on Fatonche. Nasa a Korean baby on Swan. And then the Tina, Akachina, Retina, and national executives said, Omuma amnesty from Afoko, Alan, to everybody that has been suspended. Omuma amnesty. Young Frau Omura, Nian Kambo. Joboy, say it to me, yes, sir. The catch you're suspending a Nazi unit, or Yeri, or Back, or Monsieur Four, or Nafu. Or just say the Panuna, or Antoine. The national chairman, former vice president, general secretary, Monamede, Apache, and Mama. Mumma amnesty. Mumfa Green. Say Yumma amnesty. Na Nipadua, Umatuya Mijano. Yerso, and Sandra. And you just want to say. I will stand on behalf of the MPP party to apologize to everybody that MPP has offended. Sir, young Franche, Oba, and Benfo, baby says, Oba, and Jack Ebu, Unaswa.
All right, you're live on Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. The show is also live on 94.1 FM. Joining us this morning, or with us this morning, is Daniel Kwate Titus Glover. He is a former Greater Accra Regional Minister, former MP, and one of the stalwarts of the New Patriotic Party. He wants to lead the New Patriotic Party as the national organizer in the next elections, internal elections of the party. And also Kletus Sedu Dapila is MP for Jirapa and also the vice chair for the Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration Committee of Parliament. So I think we should just try and wrap up on this amnesty issue.
Kletus talked about timing in politics, which I really want to make some emphasis there.
Okay.
In 2008,
right,
I wanted to try my luck as MP.
Okay.
So I
organized
myself, Tema East.
Okay.
And I was disqualified from contesting. And my supporters were so bitter. My strength was in Tema Newtown. And when you get to that decision, if you're not careful and you don't use cool heads, you take some decision that you regret in the long run.
Okay.
Some say take the party to court. Some say go independent.
Yeah.
And all kinds of funny ideas were coming up. But in my closet, these are not decisions that is good for me. So one morning I went to my new town. People were in red cloths, demonstrating. So I have to go back, collect all the red bands, pour kerosene, and got it bent. And I told the people, this is not, if you want to support me, this is how you would go about it. If the party said they have disqualified me, leave it. Maybe it's not my time. Maybe it is not my time. 2012, we were 4. Honorable Kofi Braku, Honorable Ashonda, Ajiman Prempeh, and myself. The way I mentioned the names, that was how the results went.
I see.
I was last. Kofi Braku, Ashonda was then the sitting MP. He lost the primaries to Kofi Braku in the Old Tema East. Then 45 days to the 2012 elections. I was then in Bolga doing campaign Young Patriots when I had a call. The very people who were working against me not to become the parliamentary candidate, they said, no, now is your time, so calm down. At that time, they have created new Tema Central. Committee 4, Committee 7, Committee 8, Committee 9, then Committee 6, 10, 11, 12, to form new Tema Central. And the Tema East currently is the Tema New Town Committee 1, the Port Enclave, the Heavy Industrial Area, and Committee 1.
Right.
And I won that primaries. So timing is essential. The fact that you are not acceptable today, tomorrow it will get your turn. So it's a matter of patience.
Sure.
Continue to serve.
Faith.
Continue to do your best. And this is what and because of that time I gave to myself and held on to prayer, I was fortunate to win election 2 terms, 2012, 2016. I was privileged to be a deputy minister. I was privileged to be a deputy ranking member of Committee Trade, Industry and Tourism. I became the chairman of that same committee. I became CEO. And I was privileged to be a regional minister. If I resigned, if I left, would I get this opportunity?
No.
So it is good, like he said, to be in, not to get out.
No.
So patience.
Yeah. Patience.
Timing.
Yeah.
Very
Absolutely.
important. Let me read this thing from Ebo Bachman. I'm sure you know him.
Okay, yeah.
He also joined the Alan camp. It says, good morning, Moro. The MPP is not a party you can leave and return to without facing consequences. The so-called amnesty is far from a genuine act of reconciliation.
Oh, no.
In fact, the arrogance with which they extend this so-called olive branch is deeply annoying. This is a party that repeatedly disregards its own constitution. A party like that is not worth returning to. If you go back, they will use you for their own political gain and discard you the moment you are no longer useful. That's their pattern. Just look at how Kwabena Agyapong was treated in the last elections. We're not going back. Okay? I don't know that he speaks for
let's engage.
We are content where we are. He says he's content where he is. It says, it's a well-known fact that Engineer Kwabena Agyapong was promised a political appointment when his suspension was lifted to support the 2020 campaign. But once power was secured, he was shown exactly where the real power lies. That is from...
Ebo. Charlie, get me his number, I'll call him.
Right. Okay, I'll send it to you. Now, this one here is from Kofi Kapito. Your friend, Kofi Kapito. It says... Okay, so this was a question for somebody else. It's not for the two of you, but it's about the same thing. Good morning, Moro. I'm Eben from Kwabena. It says, Abam Papa, 7 months in power. We have a lot to boast of, but because the NDC understands governance, we didn't make the most noise. So far, so good, and the voters are happy for the change they voted for. No gendarme, it's spiritual or physical stand. The reality we're seeing, period. Greetings from honorable. Okay, all right. So this was still nothing to do with the conversation we're having, but let's say Samuel Brian Boabing Moro. Titus comes across as indecisive. Ugomo, Samuel Brian Boabing. He said Titus comes across as indecisive. He doesn't have a mind of his own. Why withdraw the comment because of certain people? We have accepted even NDC and NDP members into our fold. And he gives me a tall list of all the NDC members whom have been accepted in the MPP's fold. So the likes of Awal and so on and so forth. And he says that, so why is it difficult to accept members of our party who left? Samuel Brian Boabing, former constituency officer, Ablekuma North, and former presidential staffer. So he gives me the example of Awal, he gives me the example of Abu Ramadan. And then he gives me the example of Francis SCM, I'm told Francis is not feeling too well. I don't know if.
I don't know.
Okay, let me go in recently. And then there's also Freddie Blay, who joined your party to become the national chairman. So he says it's a normal thing.
When it happens, people will say all kinds of things.
Even the current former vice president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, he wasn't a member of the MPP.
Yes.
You understand? But this one.
But in his case, did he cross carpet?
No, he didn't cross carpet. But I'm saying that we are talking about joining the party and not staying within the grace period in order to contest for elections.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
So I'm saying that the political parties, there are times they can also waiver all these in order to let you come on board.
Okay.
You understand? So for me, that is why the issue of the conditionality. Once you want to pamper people to come, you allow them to come first. It's not all of them. Those people you are even thinking, they may not even express interest in taking positions.
All right.
But the conditionality is something that is making people to think that, look, they want us back for them to use us for their parochial
and then dump us later.
And dump us later.
Is it true?
You understand? That is the way. It is the way
that is somebody's assumption. You
understand? So for me, it's something that they have to look at.
All right.
But in all of this, all is not well in the MPP, and they know that. The last time I came here, I told the Deputy General Secretary Haruna, my brother, that the national executives they need to understand that the party is polarized. They need to get the party together, and they have to excuse.
Let us leave that for us.
They need to. You
were once in opposition, so mind your business.
I know that,
and leave that for us.
Okay. I know that very well.
We'll get the right diagnosis and sort it out.
Okay. I know that very well. Right. But I'm just trying to
mind
say
your business.
I'm just trying to say that, bro, you people have a lot of work to do. So if you see somebody is also questioning you, that when you take a step position, stand on it. Don't be quick to withdraw from what you believe in.
No problem.
Okay. All right. So let's do this. It appears there's some uneasy calm at the Ridge Hospital, Greater Accra Hospital. Yes. There's an incident there, but there's a bigger conversation that we ought to have about, about customer service, and also the attitude of sometimes some customers towards service providers. So today's Daily Statesman, I'm still with the Daily Statesman, it says, attack at Ridge Hospital condemned. And it says the Minority Health Caucus in Parliament has condemned the unlawful conduct of Mr. Ralph St. Williams and a group of men who allegedly stormed the Greater Accra Regional Hospital, Ridge Hospital, on Monday, August 18, 2025, and attacked a nurse on duty. Now, the incident, which was captured in a widely circulated video on social media, has raised serious concerns about the safety and sanctity of Ghana's health facilities. The caucus described the event as reprehensible, noting that Mr. Williams was seen shouting aggressively, filming health professionals, patients, and visitors without their consent, and causing undue disruption to the sanctity of the medical environment. A statement released yesterday and signed by Parliament's ranking member on health committee, Dr. Nana Eyu-Afriye, condemned these acts as unlawful, reckless, and deeply inconsiderate, emphasizing the hospitals are places of care and confidentiality, not theaters for political theatrics or disruptive conduct. It highlighted what it termed as worrying pattern of behavior, noting that the same individual was recently involved in a public altercation with a minority member of parliament. The caucus argued that such actions allegedly carried out under the guise of activism erode public trust and undermine the morale of hard-working healthcare professionals who already labor under strenuous conditions. The caucus called for immediate and decisive action. The group urged the Ghana Police Service to conduct thorough investigations and take the necessary legal steps to deter future occurrences. Additionally, they called on the Minister of Health to set up a joint inquiry with the Parliamentary Select Committee on Health to unravel the issues that led to the unfortunate incident. The statement further apologized to the management, staff, patients, and visitors of Ridge Hospital for the disruption caused by the unwarranted intrusion, reaffirming the caucus' commitment to safeguarding the rights of patients and protecting health workers from intimidation and partisanship. Now, there's also the the Registered Nurses Association, who are also very, very unhappy with what's happening. After they have even given an ultimatum for government to do something about it, or else they will advise themselves. Now, we're told the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association has issued a firm 48-hour ultimatum to the Ghana Police Service to arrest the ringleader and his accomplices behind a recent attack on healthcare workers at the Greater Accra Regional Hospital. The association has warned of further action if the demand is not met, emphasizing that nurses at the hospital's emergency unit must feel safe. The incident, which took place on Monday, August 18, which is just 2 days ago, was described by the GRNMA as an unprovoked and loathsome act of violence perpetrated against dedicated healthcare professionals who were working tirelessly despite inherent challenges in the system. The association's National Executive Committee met to address the incident and its aftermath, engaging with both hospital management and affected nurses and midwives. Beyond the call for police action, the GRNMA also leveled sharp criticisms at the Minister of Health, Kwabena Mintah Kando, stating that a palpable display of affection towards the alleged ringleader, Ralph St. Williams, I'm sure you know him. You know Ralph, yeah. In their view, only emboldens such perpetrators to repeat such acts. In response to the attack, the GNRMA is demanding that hospital management enhance security at all times to protect the privacy of both health professionals and patients. The association has also called on the general public to foster appreciation and respect for the vital contributions of all healthcare professionals, stressing that quality health services can only be provided in a safe environment. Right, so this is where we are. Your thoughts, Titus? Let me start with Daniel.
Myself?
On this matter, yes. I'm sure you've been following the incident.
Moro, I'm surprised that this morning that boy has not been picked by the police service.
Why do you think he should be picked up?
I'm really surprised because the police for some time now have been picking people. Facebook, social media posts, they can break into your house, handcuff you when you have been asked to come and assist them in investigations. And this character have to invade the Rich Hospital to put up the behavior. Around April, May this year, my paternal auntie was on admission at the Rich Hospital. So I visited my auntie. She was on oxygen. And you could see how doctors and nurses have been running all over the place to save lives. When you look at the extent of pressure that these health professionals are going through to save lives, we need to appreciate them, but not to assault them. There's a saying, "Wa jatabi ule ke da lubana. Wa jatabi ke bashia ulele ke da lubana." To it, you have brought home a young lion, and when he grows up, he will start attacking you. These were one of the characters that were making all kinds of commentaries and noise, publicly insulting, attacking President Akufo-Addo and NPP, and NDC were pleased about it. NDC was pleased. Today he has grown wings, because under President Akufo-Addo, he cannot anybody to insult him and say all kinds of funny things and go away. But the NDC is not tolerant. You comment about them, they will start chasing you, picking you from your homes. Today, this is where he has taken it to. This is where he has extended his conduct into the hospital. To the extent that a nurse has been injured. And the Ghana Police Service, you are quiet. The whole government machinery, you are quiet. Endorsing this thing, I think that it is something that we should go beyond condemnation. It should be picked by now.
The health minister, to enrich your submission.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't feel,
Go ahead.
The Minister of Health, Kwabena Mintah Kando, has directed the newly constituted committee tasked to investigate the recent assault on nurses and health professionals at the Rich Hospital to submit its report within a week. The directive comes after the circulation of a viral video capturing a violent clash between some relatives of patients and medical staff at the hospital emergency department. Addressing journalists after a courtesy meeting with the German Corporation for International Cooperation, GIZ, on Tuesday, August 19, 2025, Kwabena Minta Kando sought to ascertain the cause of the issue. I was at the hospital, now, quote, I was at the hospital yesterday and interacted with the health workers. One of the reasons I went there was to reassure them of our commitment and encourage them to return to the wards. They were demoralized. So I had to assure them of a thorough investigation. After my visit, we constituted a committee to investigate the matter within a week, after which the law would take its course. Because you're talking about police taking action.
I've heard this. I've commended him to leave his office and rush to the Rich Hospital to ascertain things for himself. This is purely administrative procedure that we do. I said the boy should be picked. When you assault somebody, Kletos, and the person lodge a complaint at police, won't you be invited? If you don't come, they'll pick you up. This is an innocent nurse who is working at the hospital. You came with bruises or whatever on your fingers, and according to the lady, the blood is dried up. She cleaned it and put some gauze on it. Wait for some time whilst they take care of the emergencies that are the accident emergency ward. Because according to the procedure at the Rich Hospital, they have category of cases that they handle based on colors, red, yellow, and green. And looking at your case, you realize that, look, we can handle you. Just be patient. Let me just dress it for you whilst we take care of the critical cases that is there. And he went berserk. Then you pick your phone. Start taking videos of the patients there, invading into their privacies. He's lucky my family is not there. I would have sued him. He's lucky my family is not on admission there. Why do you take this your conduct into the hospital? Why? Now the Ghana Registered Nurses Association, they've threatened. Because we need to protect these health professionals. The security arrangement at the Rich Hospital, for me, is weak. People have been coming and going without any proper checks. In a well-structured hospital, when I was doing my studies in Oxford, I was doing cleaning, John Radcliffe Hospital. You don't get up and go to certain places. The moment you bring your patient to the accident emergency ward, you, the relative, you'll be told to, they'll have a space for you to go and sit.
Yeah.
And allow the professionals to handle the patient. People moving up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. And as the effrontery entered there, picked his phone and started recording. And even calling other people into the hospital. You end up injuring the lady. So, Honorable Minister, even though I commend you for your swift action to visit the place, your committee work can continue. But that work should be paid to serve as a deterrent. People don't get up and go and attack any government worker. It is Rich Hospital that we are seeing. What about other places? Is it in Jerapa, Labusie, Laura, Dafima Buzeiza, Wichao, or where? Do you know what is going on in other places? That these silent professionals are working, their lives under threat. Because we are in Accra, so we can see this easily. There are people in the hamlet who are working quietly, whose lives are under threat. Because nobody is speaking for them. And we are all quiet. And the whole government machinery, I'm not saying they'll visit them in their homes. What do you mean?
I don't believe that.
You want me to play to you?
No, I don't believe Ralph.
That is what is happening. Find out.
Wow.
Let us not underestimate some of these threats.
Do you have the video here?
Let me go through it.
Yes. If you do, please send it.
You understand? So what is all this?
Wow.
So I think that what happened yesterday was totally unacceptable, was uncalled for. That gentleman need to be picked with his cohorts who invaded the hospital to misconduct themselves. The hospital must put in proper security. I'm done as a security post, police post around the Rich Hospital.
Yes.
So in case of emergencies and all that, they are rushed. In the video, you see the police trying to calm them. They should have picked all those boys. The police should have arrested them right away.
You know, Cletus.
Yes. All right.
I don't know how safe you feel as a public servant. When you go to a lot of these, public, offices, your security there is very poor. Very, very poor. Finance ministry. I think recently finance ministry has put up some barriers or something like that. But it used to be very bad. You know, and to think that a place like a Rich Hospital, the security is that bad, you know? I mean, given the sensitive nature of the kind of services that they provide. I mean, anyway, what are your thoughts?
Well, Moro, let me admonish that, you see, if you are somebody who believes in President Mahama's vision of resetting this country, you are somebody who advocated for him to come into office, look at the demeanor of the president and act accordingly. Don't get involved in things that make it very difficult for the president to act or the government to act. I'm saying this because my brother, senior brother Titus Glover, tried to do a bit of politics in it. The guy advocated for NDC and all of that. But for us, it doesn't mean because he advocated for us to win power. The law will not take its own course. The law will not take its own course. Let me commend the Honorable Minister for Health, the Honorable Minta Kando, for taking this swift action. He has stated categorically, he constituted a committee made up of a doctor, a nurse, a lawyer, an HR person, and an auditor to investigate the circumstances that led to this chaos at the Rich Hospital. Then he has also instructed the police to also deal with the criminal aspect of it. Mind you, Moro, many people also have the cause to complain about the attitude, lackadaisical attitude of our nurses and doctors in our various health institutions. Let's also admonish them that the job that they have taken to do, they chose to be health professionals, they chose to be nurses, and they should abide by their ethics. They should know how to talk to patients. They should know how to. If there are no patients too, they won't be nurses. If people don't fall sick, if people don't come to their facilities, then they won't have any job to do. So when people come in to these facilities or to their facilities, they should be happy. And I'm sure they are always trained how to handle a patient, even when the patient is getting aggressive. You understand? Don't be more angry than the patient. He is already suffering a problem. He's suffering a condition that he wants it solved for him. You are an expert. You are trained. So you should let him know that, look, don't worry, this condition, once you are here, you are good to go. We will take care of you. You will be okay, blah, 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 you know. They should up their game. They should exercise that professionalism in handling patients. So many patients have reasons to complain about how they are being treated when they visit these facilities. And I know hospital administrators, managers, senior persons in various hospitals, this calls for them to watch how nurses, how their workers treat patients.
Because it can be very frustrating sometimes.
It can be very frustrating.
It can be very.
You understand? Bro, Moro, you can go to a hospital, a nurse, you enter, the nurse is so busy fidgeting with his phone or her phone.
True.
They don't even know that when you enter, they should welcome you and receive you. No, he's fidgeting with his phone. He's not looking at you. He's waiting for you to talk to him. You understand? Yeah. That angers people. Because that you don't even use those contact hours to be chatting and be Facebooking and doing the things that they do. I think that, look, I have said it. I've gone to places where I've seen police, they don't even use their personal phones during duty. They have go-ters and stuff that they can communicate if there is anything. If there is an emergency at home, there's a center that your house can call. You understand?
Yeah.
Now, you go to a bank, you see a police officer, he's sitting there. All he's doing is that he's busily watching his phone. He doesn't even watch what happens, who moves in, who moves out. You understand? You go to the hospital, not just hospital, many government agencies. You go to these places, then people are busily fidgeting with their phone, making calls. Somebody is on phone. A private call, he's telling you that I'm on phone, I'm on call. So you, who has come to access public service, public good, you must wait for him to finish his private stuff within working hours before he comes to attend to you. We have to look at how we conduct ourselves as professionals in our various institutions. Nobody forces anybody to take government job. Nobody forces you to work. So once you've taken a job to do, you should go by the ethics of the job.
Yeah.
You should conduct yourself as such. It's a high time the public service, the civil service, we retool it and let and orientate people to know that, look, this is a no, this is yes, this no. Otherwise, we will always come to experience these things that we experience at Rich Hospital. It is condemnable. RAF should not have taken this action. RAF could have equally sued the hospital for negligence if he thinks that, look, they did not treat him well. You understand? As a patient, you have every right to sue the facility. Yeah. If you think that they've not handled you professionally, they've slept on their job, their duty, you can sue them.
Yeah.
You understand? But don't take the law into your own hands. So in as much as we are condemning RAF and the people that he called in to come and do the things that they did, it's about time administrators of health facilities and heads of institutions look at the way their workers treat people when they come to assess public good. They should assess them. They should watch them. You see, you have taken the job to do. They pay you from that. That is where you are paid. So you ought to exercise high level of professionalism. You understand? If a patient is angry, don't become more angry than the patient. Don't. Well, then what is the difference between you and the patient? He is not trained. You are trained how to handle people when they are sick. And when somebody is sick, you are not okay. You know that. You are not okay. You want to be treated quickly. You want to be healed. You are suffering from a condition that needs urgent attention. So if somebody in your own imagination is being lackadaisical towards you, you will feel bitter and hurt. You understand? So, or like in addition to this, or apart from this, let us try not to take the law into our own hands. So I believe in the ministers of health, dynamism and action. I know he will not allow this matter to be pushed into the dustbin. He's going to make sure that the right thing is done. He's going to make sure that the police do their work. He's going to make sure that the investigation report is implemented to the latter. But let me caution nationally, health professionals, wherever government agency that you find yourself, you are there to work for the people. Let's put our parochial interests first and attend to the public. Whoever does step in to assess any service in any public office, let's exercise professionalism towards them. Let's don't behave moral. We're in a country where people think that once I'm the boss here, it is for me. Yeah. Whatever I want, I can treat you anyhow. I can treat you anyhow, Moro. It's sometimes so disheartening. You can't get that in other jurisdictions. You are there to serve the public. But most often, we want the people to serve us. And that is where the problem comes from. You cannot, if you take a government job to do, please, your mandate is to serve the people. You are not there to be served. So let's don't use our positions and lord it over the people.
So you see an orientation challenge?
Very. Very, especially, yes, mindset, attitude. Mindset, attitude. Moro, wow, you go to work, you are an essential worker, critical worker. You have to be alert. You have to be watching a patient that is lying in a particular ward. That is, you should keep a critical eye on the patient. All you think is that once people are not coming in, you are fidgeting with your phone. For hours, you are on your phone. Yeah. You haven't even gone to check the patient that is lying in a particular ward. And sometimes, the experiences, the patient can fall from the bed and be lying there for minutes, struggling. Nobody cares. You understand? We have had people who have experienced these things. I experienced that in a big hospital in Accra here, that I don't want to mention the name of the hospital.
So let's listen to the nurse as she complains about exactly what happened to her.
That's what I'm trying.
He wanted us to leave everybody and attend to him. So we explained to him. He wanted us to leave everybody and attend to him. So we explained to him. Ralph. Okay. We explained to him. And then he was like, he won't sit down. And my in-charge told him to get a card, a hospital card. He said, why should he get a hospital card? Because his name must be in the system. Once his name is tied in the system, it should everything should pop up. And my in-charge said, no, it's not done like that in Ghana. There he was angry because he was told it's not done that. That is not done in Ghana. And he started insulting us. We don't want Ghana to progress. Then he brought out the phone. But initially, I did a pressure dressing for him. In his finger that he said it was bleeding. It had bled. The blood had dried. So I just had to put a gauze on him so that we reassure him. He wasn't happy about it, so he took off the dressing I did for him. Then I approached him and I told him that I've done a dressing for you. So the patient, we have 2 trauma cases and other cases too are there. He wants us to leave them. He got angry and he started yes. So he did this to me. And then when he went out, I don't know where the guys came from. Most of the health workers saw them earlier, so they had flee. I didn't see them. And then from my back to my chest, and then they were just...
Did they push you? Were you pushed? Or what did they do? What did they do to you?
Yes, I was hit. I don't know if it was a fist, a tap. I can't describe the...
But what happened to your hands?
Raphael, I don't know. Ralph did this to me. He hit me with the phone with the fist, and I even dodged a couple of the fists. And they hit me all over. But right now I have a dislocation on my shoulder and some headaches and body pains.
All right, thank you very much.
And to add up, he was telling us he will follow us to our homes and beat us. And if take one life and...
Oh, he'll take one life. Actually said that?
Yes.
We are happy to hear that. I think this is a very unfortunate situation.
He wanted us to leave.
We're not back on air. So I guess Annie, do you know whether the health minister was there when he wasn't there, when the lady was granting the interview? Oh, that's association.
The general secretary, the regional executive.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
So Moro, in conclusion, I want to emphasize that the police should do their work.
Right.
They should arrest, they should make arrests, they should prosecute.
Oh, he was there.
To serve as a deterrent so that people don't invade, people don't invade our hospitals to attack our nurses. In all of this that I'm talking about, you have nurses that work so diligently, that work professionally.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
But hospital administrators must keep an eye on the few lackadaisical ones who always come to jostle and play and all of that.
Yeah.
You understand? Look, as I said, as a patient, you are not well. You are suffering, so you expect to be pampered. The patients expect to be pampered. Let's don't see them. There are some nurses who see patients, they don't even want to tag them. You know, they see that, look, he's filthy, he's this, he's that kind of thing. Yeah. But that is why you are trained, and that is the job you have chosen to do. So for me, Honorable Minister of Health, ensure that all that you said is implemented to the letter. If I were Raf, I would have reported to the police myself. So that due process can be taken.
No, but here's the thing. But Cletus, if I go to a hospital and I feel that I'm not being taken care of properly, who do I go to?
Yeah,
I go to Rich Hospital,
yes.
And I feel the nurses or the health workers, there are not doing what they're supposed to.
Yeah,
the challenge is, who do I go to?
There is an administrator.
Where do I find him?
Yeah, you can.
Say it's a big Oxford, I have to ask around.
Yes, you have to. That is the law, you understand. If you don't do these things more, it means that you have to behave the way Raf behaved. That's why I also said that, look, if you send your patients to a hospital and the patient is being handled carelessly, you can sue the facility. You have the right to sue the facility and pursue it to the letter. So for me, taking the law into your own hands is not something that I will sit here and endorse, or my party will sit here and endorse. We will not endorse it. And the health minister is doing what he's supposed to do to ensure that this thing does not repeat itself.
Okay.
Moro, I will say with Cletus that those few professionals who comes to the workplace, not necessarily in the health sector.
Yeah.
Other government sectors who come and are found not to be working. President Kufuor put it, you pretend to work and we pretend to pay you. You come and loiter around doing nothing. They are the first to close, pick their bags, close and go. What is more irritating is where you go and you see them in their phones. Sometimes you see police men and women in the junctions who are doing what they call there's a name they give them. You see the police visibility.
Oh, okay.
I have taken some of them shots in the Makai in the traffic. They will sit under the tree and they are fiddling with their phones. A couple of them. Their mind is far away from what they came to do. So if you're in a hospital and you're a professional, you come to duty and you're not working and you're doing any other business, then you're not fit to be there. But in this circumstance, that's not what really happened. From the narrative of the nurse, that's really not what happened.
Yeah.
So in as much as the minister wanted that investigation to be done, the police must move in quickly, get the boy picked up, arrest him, organize him, and send him to court. Now she says she has got dislocation of the shoulder. What has she done? What has she done? And to the extent that he will follow them to their homes. This tagri and these basa things that people have put on themselves is not helping us.
No, according to the nurse, that's it, because it's a claim. They talk about he following them to their homes. That's what the nurse said.
You see?
Yes.
And why did he call the people to come to the hospital? To come and do what? You came with your challenge. And by the time you got there, you bled and it's dried. She organized something to done with the gauze. Get seated. Whilst we treat the critical ones, when we finish, you come. Why did he call the people to come in? To come and do what? Moro, maybe was that? To come and do what? So he called the people into the hospital wards to come and what? Manhandle the lady there. And I'm surprised up to now, the boy is drinking cocoa in his house. If he's an NPP person, they will have broken into his home, arrest him, put in a handcuff, and rush him into custody.
Are you suggesting Ralph is NDC?
Moro.
I'm not saying Ralph is an NDC. I'm saying that last week, there was an example. I'm talking about, what is this party boy? Kogbaba.
Oh, you mean what's the name of the chap who was picked up just recently?
Fanti Comedy. Not Fanti Comedy. The other one.
You mean, what's the name? Sir Obama.
Say Obama.
Yes.
You saw such how the police went and broke into his house, handcuffed him, and look at did Obama hurt anybody? Look at this.
All right.
So let us not downplay and treat this with some kid gloves.
Okay. All right.
We can condemn.
But
cool down. We can condemn this. But this thing that has happened is only in Accra. What is happening is Hamlets. Go to Wichau, when you get to Ga, that junction, all the way to Wild West, Wichau.
All right.
Things are happening that they don't have voice to speak for them.
All right. So would perhaps we'd have to speak to Ralph because a number of allegations have been made against him. And I think that perhaps it's fair that we speak with him briefly, maybe some 5-10 minutes. We'll see whether Annie would
be able to get him.
That. Yes. So we'll take a short break when we come.
If you have something to say, you should appear before the committee. The police should pick you. You should go and talk to the police.
All right. So we'll take a short break. Please stay with us.
Here at Mycom JA Limited to show you the Promethean Active Panel, the ultimate tool for corporate institutions, hospitals, schools, and your home. With its crystal clear 4K display and an unbreakable screen with an ultra responsive touch technology, this isn't just a screen, it's a game changer. For corporate institutions and in schools, this active panel can be used for Zoom meetings and PowerPoint presentation. And your homes are not left behind. You can use it to watch all your favorite programs by just connecting to a Fire Stick, and you can get access to channels like Netflix and Amazon, and voila, you are in there. At Mycom JA Limited, we provide you with the best quality products from the United States of America with 1-year warranty. You can get an active panel at a discounted price of 18,000 Ghana cedi only, and it comes with a Fire Stick, a webcam, and a microsystem. You can locate us at Chado Container behind the Trade Fair. Visit Mycom JA Limited today and elevate your tech.
Me chechi woni nara me din e de baby da pa me dia de sonko kra na ebremo nya de to aduane mo ama waduane e de pa na me de bremo eno any some spices de e mu wa wo bebre o various flavors ubenya e yakoko ubenya nantwie ye de ku jollof mu ma emu ye de ubenya ne de ku nkwan mu ye de ku froye mu ho na ko pebito na ema waduane enye de wonye minia ye nkon tie nyankofo eka.
Autant de communication, ni o enjoy oduba that Samu spices. One in the essence, no hi. I'm taking the Dariaga. Samu spices in a Sabi, Daddy so say. Samu spices, Mun Samu.
Samu spices, Nyama chicken.
Samu spices. In Sanaka in Ketwa, measure 10 grams. Yawa chicken, spaghetti, garlic and ginger, stew, and jollof, and the flavors of Fodobebre.
Samu spices, yes, Saka.
MGL Logistics and Supply is your trusted partner, providing seamless solutions for all your procurement needs. From sourcing products to managing imports and exports, we ensure smooth and efficient transactions every step of the way. Whether you require goods from across the globe or need assistance in exporting your products to international markets, we got you covered. General trading is at the heart of our expertise. We specialize in a wide range of products, catering to various industries and markets. As a trusted dealership in building materials, we provide high-quality products that meet the demands of our construction projects. Additionally, we act as manufacturers' representatives, connecting producers with distributors. Our expertise in logistics is the backbone of our operations. We plan and execute transportation and delivery of goods, ensuring they reach their destination on time and in optimal condition. MGL Logistics and Supply, guaranteed satisfaction.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kel Chaco toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kel Chaco toothpaste. Kel Chaco toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo kendini ehu behia se metwa sapapadia to ama me manfo Kel Chaco's natural ingredients eno ene bɔ me se ho ban e ma ne sren ne sanso mama hotoso e wo bedwam.
Kel Chaco toothpaste.
Choose Kel Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome to Rehoboth Palm Ayimensa Gated Community. Nestled between the vibrant city of Accra and the breathtaking Ebri Mountains lies a serene gated community. Here, you'll find litigation-free, fully serviced demarcated plots to build your dream house in a gated community surrounded by lush greenery and the calming beauty of nature. Perfect canvas for your dream home you want to build. With well-tarred roads, a reliable drainage system, electricity and water, fully serviced plots are ready for your vision. Enjoy exclusive amenities like a swimming pool, tennis and basketball courts, all within the comfort of your community. Start your mornings with peaceful walks or energizing jogs under the shade of palm trees and stunning views of the Peduase Ebri Mountains and city skyline. Starting from 450,000 Ghana cedis and a flexible payment plan, visit www.rehobothpropertiesgh.com to make inquiries. Call or WhatsApp us on 020-682-3524, 055-375-1933, or 024-476-4499. Rehoboth Properties. Quality housing for all.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model. Securing your safety. Creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
Some loves are born in the blink of an eye.
I've been madly in love with her since the first time I saw her. Then let's get married today.
I'll be the happiest woman in the world by your side.
And they kill your soul in a flash. Televisa presents You Are the One. Angela dreams of keeping her promise to be a great doctor and help her people. To Alvaro, ambition is stronger than his dream. And this greed will lead him to commit the worst betrayal to the woman he loves.
I will have a husband no matter what.
Samantha, will you please marry me?
Turning all her dreams into painful disappointments and dangerous consequences.
I've been waiting for you to answer my calls, Alvaro. I haven't heard anything from you. I've sent you so many messages, but you've never responded.
Have you left the bus station?
I just want to pay my debt and get out of here.
Her photographs are going to sell fast, and she will be our gold mine. Our clients will love those.
Are you looking for a boyfriend?
So you're live in Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. I'm still here with Daniel Ni Kwate Titus Glover, former Greater Accra Regional Minister and former MP, and also Cletus Seydou Dapela.
It's not Dapela, Dapla?
Dapla. Yes, Dapla.
Dapla.
Yes,
Dapla.
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 Dapla. I got it correctly now. He's also MP for Jirapa and also the Vice Chair for Foreign Affairs and Regional Integration Committee. So, as we were contemplating, indeed, Annie has been able to raise the gentleman in question, Ralph, and online. Let's speak to him briefly about, he's called Ralph St. Williams. I think that he's a youth activist. Yes, that's how he's known as. So, Ralph, good morning, and thank you very much for accepting to talk to us on Good Morning Ghana on a Metro TV.
Right. I think I'm doing this for God and humanity, so there's no thanks to this.
Ralph, please raise your voice a little bit or speak up a bit because we're struggling to hear you.
Yeah, we are doing this for God and country, so there's no need for the service to humanity.
You're still not audible enough.
Is it okay?
Well, let's manage with this and see how far it goes. But before we even get on with our conversation for today, tell me, are you a member of the NDC? Do you support any are you a member of any political party?
I'm a Ghanaian youth who believe in ideologies and responsibilities of youth of a country. I'm somebody who believe in the struggle of Ghana from the days of colonialism to the independent days, and what actually caused us to lose the first leader of this country, which is Osadifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And as somebody who takes inspiration from such a person, believes in good leadership and any leader who wants to serve the people. So I stand for good leadership, and I don't belong to any political party.
Okay. All right. What happened on Monday at the Ridge Hospital?
Not on Monday, on Sunday.
Sunday, sorry, at the Ridge Hospital.
So there is this program we have organized, and when I say we have organized, I was invited by Bike Life to be part of their program coming up that says no to illegal drugs and abuse of substances.
Sorry, you say you were invited by who?
By Bike Life.
Bike Life.
So Bike
Life, as in motorbike.
Bike Life.
Okay, Bike Life.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
So Bike Life is an organization registered as a biking group that does donations out of their biking activities in communities, and also advocates for people and the youth out there. So they reached out to me, and as part of my activities as an activist and an advocate, I agreed to be part of it because it is one of the things that I wake up on most daily basis and go to circle to educate some of these young guys sleeping under the flyover over this abuse of substances in our society that we call red. So upon that conversation, we have organized a program coming up next month, which is on the 19th, where we'll be having a program at the Independence Square. So Sunday, we went to the Independence Square to show the bikers how the program will be organized, how things will be arranged at the avenue or the arena. So from there, they said on Sundays, they do bike freestyles on the end. Just before you get to Bellagio, the outer lane, they do some freestyles there. So they want to go there and also advocate and also inform the guys that there will be a program coming up so they can also join. Upon me being there, well then, they gave me a bike, so we followed up and we all went to. When we went there, because I'm not somebody who does all this bike freestyle, I'm not very good at all those things. So I was parked somewhere where we were having conversations with the guys, and when I got there, some of them were taking pictures and videos with me. So I had somewhere. And for safety reasons, sometimes the way they were using the bike and how they go about, it's not really organized or coordinated properly. So I was really scared being on the roadside. So I left to a certain place. So I saw a crowdy people standing there. So I thought it was part of the engagement that was going on, only for me to get there and realize that they said 2 of the guys have been involved in an accident, of which they are taking the guy to the hospital. Later, I called the CEO and he didn't pick up. So I said, no, then let me go to Legon Hospital to go and check, because that was the closest proximity. If somebody wants to take somebody on emergency, that was where they would take the person. So upon my way going was when the call came from the CEO again that where are you? And I said, I'm on my way to the hospital to check up on the guy they said had an accident. And they said, no, Ralph, come back to where we are right now. We need a security back. And I'm like, what is going on? So I went there, but then there wasn't any serious tensions going on. Just that the guys, some of them were smoking certain substances that, he was trying to stop them. And it was, a little bit of a chaos. So after 10-15 minutes, remember, let's take note of this. The accident patient had already been taken to the hospital. At that moment, that was around 30, thereabout. So when we came there wasn't any tension. So we were there talking to the guys, throughout the advocacy of drug abuse and all these things that took us there. So around 6:10 thereabout, we left from the Jowulu Fiesta Royal traffic. They drove through the N1 to Achimota Mile 7. Even though they had ordered that we were going to see the guy that was taken to the hospital, right? But they had gone through the Mile 7, make a U-turn with the bikes. And when we got to Tesano police station was when one of the Okada riders raised the front tie, was doing that antics, and crashed through like almost 6 bikes, which my own was involved as well. And I realized that I was hurt myself. So I couldn't even use my bike no more. Another guy had to jump on the bike and ride us to the hospital. Remember, we were already going to the hospital to check up on the first accident issue. That was the reason why we even used that stretch to go to the hospital to check up on the patient. So when we got there, the guys were already there. Those that took the guy was already there. So I had gone to them and asked them, oh, tell them mobile. And like, and I went inside. When I went inside, I went to I asked one guy, where is the emergency and the trauma room? And he showed me, and we went there. When we went, the guys were on the bed. Then I came out to ask that same guy. And the guy came back to me, he said, I'm coming. He came back after some few seconds, not even up to a minute. The guy came back, and he was like, and then a year, and I'm chairman, at this point, and then a year was him. Starting by party, and I'm stopping with Janaman. So, hey, now maybe so I said, and the guy left. He never came back again. So, sitting down waiting for him to come. This was about 10-15 minutes after he left. Nobody is coming. So, I could see the nurses going in the trauma and emergency ward, coming out, attending to one man who was sitting down there. So, I got up and went into the room again and had an engagement with them. And that was where I asked them, in the guy in the school, card. And I'm like, what do you mean? If you're a card into Munshano, come on, you know this is not done. Why do you say Obi Kwaje card into or the whole Munshano? And the guy responded that in the Munkoto bandage was a boss and I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah, card no Kwaje, you know. I feel yes, I'm going to was Masa from a phone. So I took my phone and started recording at that moment, not live. Because as an advocate, I wanted to get an evidence of that to speak about it later when we had left the hospital. So all these footages, they have no clue of it. I have everything that transpired, and I asked the lady, said, can it be him? So when your friend said, yes. So that was when the lady was like, Mobile and I said, you can't go to the pressure. Now, I'm paying for you. So that's when I demanded of my phone. And when I on the phone, the first thing I said, I said, no, can I record them out so that make me body as well. If you want me to play the video, I have the video. I can play it, the sound can pick up. This was the video, my interruption with the lady. When I entered, we got into the room. One, two. Yes. Corruption, right? Why? For yeah, so say Ghana they pay for the corrupt into money be and young fault. Mon talk about Mon can't pay for who help your friend is director. Director, Captain, send your man and we need you and she can only go to Muji. So now, okay. And a camera no come on thing because he said the only thing a man can put you with a camera. 25 cents. But they easy outside. We can't even stabilize that shit. Come on. And you raise your mouth to say, I Ghana. What do you mean, I Ghana? To Ghana, the end to be a BBI. Ghana, the end to be a BBI. So, this conversation wasn't a live video. It was something I had recorded to have spoken about it when I had left the hospital. So upon this was when I stepped out again, right? And the lady claiming that he has been assaulted and abused came and said, oh, bruh, that was even the first time I saw her coming in, sorry. And one of the nurses had walked to me that mentioned on Sano, then we say it, then we say, and I'm like, what is the meaning of this? So she came in and said, oh, what the man ghost in the she went inside, bought the ghost for me to put it on the hand, not to dress my hand or stop the wound. She went inside, she brought me the gauze because I was covering her hand with a scarf that one of the bikers had given to me. So it wasn't like he came to dress the hand, and I have the videos here. He brought me the gauze, and I asked, oh, the plastic why? And she brought it. So at what point that somebody who brought me that, I would assault the person? And I have the videos here. At what point? Now, when that incident happened, I was still sitting outside. Remember, I wasn't being attended to as in how emergencies should be attended to. Like they came, brought normal sealant or that water they use in cleaning the hands. No, not that. She only brought me a gauze to put it on it and exert pressure on my hand. And so the found this was a statement. Now, why? But the stain got also soaked again with the blood. And I have to take it off. That is why she said, and when she said he wasn't comfortable. And my senior had asked him to go and take the card. And he said he's not going to take any card. It's a lie. When the guy came there in the first place to come and ask me about that, I had given my driver's license for one of the guys to go and prepare the card. And the card has been sent to Annie. So it's a fraud. It's a lie.
No, hold on.
Now,
the card had been given to who?
I had to send a copy of the card.
You forwarded it to Annie. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have the rich hospital card that they had asked me to go and do it. I didn't even go and do it myself. I had to keep my driver's license, and I have the video telling the guy that whatever details they need, I think my Ghana card, my driver's license will provide it. So just go and do it. And I was sitting there for over 3 hours. We went to the hospital. Rich Hospital didn't still clean it. It was when the whole incident escalated, and this was what escalated the video, the whole incident for me to go live. I went outside again, and the guys that had brought the first accidental casualties said, "Oh, Senior Ralph, Oma your dress nevi." And I said, "No, you." And the guy said, and I quote, "You see why I am telling you that we should give them pressure? These people, they be pressured and they need to." And they started agitating. At no point did anybody physically assaulted any nurse. Maybe verbally, as who I am, I would admit that verbally people were agitated and using words, talking. But at no point did anybody physically assaulted anybody. Until the whole incident went, very wide. Then I went back to the ward again when one guy that was in there that has been arrested by the police came out to tell me that, "Oh, Sinaraf, why did you?" So I have that video when I was walking into the ward again, and the boy was vibrating on the bed. I am not a medical person, so excuse my words. The guy was on the bed shaking, and I said, "No, this is the point. I need Ghana to see what is going on." So if anything happens to this guy, and everybody can attest to it that the guy was on the bed dying, and the nurses were at the nurse station folding their hands, standing there. And the videos are clear on my live video I did on Facebook. So at what point, when doing the live videos, this was a live video. This wasn't a video recorded and being edited. It was live. So at what point did anybody assaulted anybody at the hospital? And when even the CEO came, the CEO had asked the bikers that at this point all of you should leave, go to the office and wait. So who assaulted who, at what point, and It's all stories and lies. And I dare the Ghana Medical Council and the Great Hospital to bring the footage, the CCTV footage, and in the hospital. And in that ward, the trauma unit, I saw cameras there when I had gone there to visit the guy on the Monday. Because on the Monday, because of my advocacy, people think Ralph just make noise and do things as, you know, somebody who doesn't know what he's about.
Okay.
But when the thing happened on the Sunday, on the Monday, I had gone to the Ministry of Health, knowing that the Ministry of Health is the highest hierarchy when it comes to the medical institution. I had gone there to report the incident. But there had been an incident that a nurse had administered a wrong medication patient, where I had to go to the Nursing and Midwifery Council at Siasi to report this incident, and nobody gave me ears. So this time I'm not going there again. Let me go to the minister himself as a Ghanaian, which every Ghanaian has the right to visit any office as a Ghanaian. The only thing is you go through the protocols, and that's it. And people, because they are NBC and NBC, any Ghanaian, every Ghanaian has the right to visit any hospital. But maybe because of my social capital, I will go to certain places and I'm being given the opportunity. That doesn't deter any Ghanaian from having such opportunities or taking concerns to certain institutions they want to report.
Okay,
so that was what I did.
That's fine, Ralph. So you're denying categorically and flatly on this show that you didn't physically assault the said nurse?
I am not denying. I am daring the Ghana Race Hospital to bring any CCTV footage that I, Ralph, and any of the guys had physically assaulted anybody, and I'll bear consequences.
Do you have any idea if any of your colleagues, so to speak, may have physically assaulted her, you know, without your knowledge?
No.
Okay.
If somebody might have assaulted somebody physically without my knowledge, that person has to bear consequences of it.
That's fine, Ralph. You've answered that. You've answered that. That's fine. Let's make progress. Now, in that video, the nurse also alleges or asserts or claims that you, Ralph, said you will come after her and all the other health, workers who did you wrong. Simpliciter. You would come after her, you come after them in their various homes and attack them.
It was a live video, so they can go and attest to that video. That I said, I am doing this video and I'm going to show all your faces. That if anything happened to that guy, we will visit all your houses and make sure that the law will take its course. Because all of you can never hide away from this. And that was at the point that I need to show all the faces. That everybody, this person was on duty, that person was on duty. Because most of the time, issues happen and people escape it.
Okay.
So let me show all their faces for them to know the people that were on duty. So that if any investigation has to be carried out, they know the kind of people to go.
And
but there was
do you have a video? So that's fine. I've heard you. Thank you. But do you still have any video evidence where you talked about the fact that when you come to you would go to their houses or their homes and make sure that the law will take its course? Do you have that video evidence?
They first have to prove where I said that I will visit any house and follow them to their houses and go and kill them and beat them. But they should prove that.
That's fine. But I'm saying, can you also show us any video evidence where you were categorical about making sure that the law takes its course?
So that never happened. Okay. So I was doing a live video and the live video is out and anybody can watch the live video. So I don't have answer to this question.
Okay.
Because the video is clear. It's out there.
Okay. But I'm saying that how do I believe you that you actually didn't say you would go to their homes and attack them, but you rather said that the law would take its course?
But do you believe what the lady said?
No, I don't believe anybody. I'm just asking questions.
So since you don't believe, the only thing on time that you have something to believe is the evidences.
Okay.
So we want the Race Hospital to bring out the CCTV footages.
All right.
When somebody literally threatens the life of anybody like that.
Okay. So this talk about Ralph should have now been picked up by the police, how do you respond to that?
It is just that Ghana registered nurses and whatever, they don't want to take responsibility. And my my senior colleagues, let me use that word, in the studio right now would attest to this. that anywhere in the world that medical staffers that had done this, they will take responsibility because they know the consequences that come out of that negligence. It was a total negligence. And I beg you, if you can permit me to read this. These are laws that governs institutions, medical institutions. You see, a patient is typically required to provide insurance and payment information before seeing a doctor. But emergency departments are required, are unique. Anyone who has an emergency must be treated or stabilized regardless of their insurance status or ability to pay. The patient protection that makes this possible is a law. What are they talking about? That they are not taking responsibilities of their negligence.
Yeah, but I didn't hear you when you were telling us the source of the information you're just sharing with us. What's the source, please?
I think the Ghana Medical whatever are the best people to give you their code and ethics. And you can read the code and ethics of our medical institutions.
Okay, you're reading the code and ethics of the Ghana Medical Association.
Senior, what I'm saying is,
okay,
people are being allowed to also research and learn. So let's give people the opportunity,
no, I'm just
or they can respond to this.
Ralph, you don't get me. I'm saying that you just read.
I understand. I understand.
I want you to show me where you read.
This is something. This is something that I'm reading from my mind.
Okay.
That I have written there, so the source I can get it now. But it's something that is there.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So you've told us what the source is.
In response to the question you asked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That I should be arrested and
Okay.
I was in the hospital on the Monday to come and take care. Check up on the guy. The police were there on the day of the incident, which was on the Sunday. They had called the police.
Okay.
Our medical superintendent was even the one at some point had to calm me down after a medical staff had come there to insult me using certain let me not use those, but use certain denigratory words.
Okay.
And the medical superintendent, Dr. Leslie, had to even call me and apologize that I should calm down and not respond to the lady. That was when I even walked out and he came to me.
Okay.
This was about 3 hours before, after the whole incident had happened, and said that, Ralph, let me go and attend to you, please.
Okay.
Let me go and do the suiting. And looking at your hand, it is very deep that you can't just dress it like that. You need to suit it. So this was how the emergency it was. But I have been neglected for 3 whole hours sitting at the hospital.
Okay. All right. Ralph, thank you. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Most welcome, my brother.
That's he's called Ralph Williams Afful. He's a youth and a development activist. Let me read these messages from Kwame Sapon-Asiedu. You know, he's very passionate about health-related, issues, and he's with the CDD. Now Kwame Sapon-Asiedu says that please note that anyone who attacks a health worker leading to an injury commits assault. Now, by virtue of the video you just showed, the police can intervene. There may be an alleged crime committed, in my view. The attitude of some health professionals may be an issue, but that can't justify assault. Health professionals in an emergency work with triage protocols, which is based on the seriousness of the situation. You can't assault a person because the triage didn't give you preference. And it says this is absolutely unacceptable. That's according to Kwame Sapon-Asiedu. And Kwame, you're telling me that he read it from the patient charter. I just wanted him to state it. I didn't want to make any assumptions, but he said it's something he's stating from his mind. So Samuel Brahmabi is back. He says, Moro, he recorded every moment except when the nurse was assaulted and threatened. This is the same man who once said Ghanaians are many, so a single death during a protest is nothing. What has changed? Is he now more human than a person who died because of their road blockade? Samuel Brahmabi from Awushi sent that message. And this one, Reverend Tim Fojo, he's a MP for Asin North, I believe. Asin South, right? Asin South, yes. Now he said, it's a shame how politics is now clouding media ethics, offering precious airtime to an unrepentant person who boldly assaults health workers and afterwards gets a hug and a pat on the back from health minister is a height of indiscretion. He's justifying a dastardly act on your show instead of rendering an apology. Imagine a person walking into your studio and attacking you and getting airtime to justify the crime. Choose party hooligans over cherished health workers and face the consequences. National Security is busily arresting innocent and harmless influencers of the opposition party while pampering culprits who ought to face prosecution. Sad moments for Ghana. Well, he's denied it, as you heard him. He says he didn't assault the nurse. Now, so the impunity in the country is just too much. This Ralph has been emboldened by the NDC to shamefully misbehave, and it's time that he's prosecuted. Kwesi Reynolds in Agona or Dobing. And this one here says, I don't condone wrongdoing, so the law must take its course. However, we should know that you can't tie one tube of yam. We heard from the nurse, we didn't hear from the other side, so it would not be right to pass. Okay, that was before we spoke to Ralph, but that's and this one here from quite a number of messages on this development. I don't know whether. So Kofi Kapito says that morning. Do you know Ghana Health Service has a book called The Patient Charter about the rights of people? The question, why do we waste taxpayers' money? The Patient Charter should be available for everyone. Musa Batwa in Asawasi says, Mo is absolutely wrong to invade someone's privacy in the name of public accountability or democracy. What happened at the Rich Hospital was unacceptable. However, Raphael has explained the side of the story, just as the nurse who claims to have been assaulted has also given her account. It's therefore commendable that a committee has been set up to thoroughly investigate the matter. That said, the ultimatum issued by the GNRNA is a needless venture, since government has already taken steps to address the situation and ensure that such an incident does not happen again. So Ralph says that if anybody has any evidence that he assaulted her, he's more than happy to welcome that evidence. But anyway, so we have just, Annie, I guess we have just, okay, all right, that's fine. So you had him. What are your thoughts? I don't know. Cletus, you want to go ahead?
Well,
he's denying everything.
Let's. This has to come. We have to come back to the investigation.
Okay.
The investigation must or will unravel what actually happened.
Okay.
But for me, my brother Ralph should be concerned is that is as a result of their comments and argument with the nurses that the assault came about. You understand? And he led that charge. And for me, anything that involves assault, violence, I will not support it.
Okay.
You understand? And he himself should even show remorse too. You understand? And I think he would have used this platform to show remorse to the nurse that has been assaulted. You understand? That is how you do it. Because you are an advocate. You want people, fundamental human rights not to be, trumped upon. So if a nurse or health workers are assaulted in a facility that you purported to have visited, and because they delayed and all the other things transpired, you understand? I'm not sure the nurse is faking that she was assaulted. Somebody assaulted the nurse as a result of
the question is the who.
The question is who, you understand? But who led the group there? Who led the team there? You understand? He said that he was the one who went there and he started talking with them and all of that.
Okay.
But I'm not sure that the nurse is faking that she was assaulted.
Right.
You understand? Let the investigation team take its own course.
Right.
But let me also caution that let's don't politicize these things. Irrespective of whichever political party Ralph is coming from, if it's condemnable, it's condemnable.
Yeah.
These things happened in the past. You understand? I don't like politics of equalization. If something is bad, it's bad. Let's don't say that it's NDC that is emboldening the guy to do it. He said that he doesn't believe, he doesn't have a political party. He does advocacy and he does things that he believes must be done rightly for this country. So let's don't do this NDC, NPP politics. It will not help.
Okay.
Let the law take its own course. Let them do the investigation.
Right.
The investigation will unravel what actually transpired.
Right.
Then we can talk to it more.
Okay.
But for now, I beg of people trying to politicize it. My colleague Ifojo, let's don't go there.
All right. Onukpa.
Moro.
Okay, he's an innocent man.
I'm expecting the gentleman to demonstrate some remorseness.
Okay.
Apologize particularly to the nurse who is injured now.
Right.
And by and large, to the entire Ridge Hospital management. Okay. Because you cannot see yourself as a youth activist and be leading such a charge. I've been a youth activist before. I was a general secretary, I was the president of the Tema Youth Association. And that is not how we did it. Okay? And when you listen to him well, and you ask him the source of whatever he was quoting, they say he's reading from his head. Again, he himself said that because of the quote, the conduct of the nurses at the hospital, they will come to their homes and let them face the law.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Yes.
That's what he said.
Yes.
And the nurse also said, he said, he will come to your house and attack them.
Attack them.
Moro, we've heard the two narratives. The bottom line is that some patients were rushed to the A&E for them to be attended to. There are protocols that they follow in these hospitals. You don't work there. You don't dictate to them how they should do their work.
Right.
So at the time you came, there were some trauma cases being handled. Thankfully, none of the nurses, the narrative that Clinton was trying to address, that when you go to some facilities, some nurses are found not doing anything. In this particular instance, all of them at the trauma unit were busy working. You wanted a priority to be given to you. Unfortunately, you didn't get it. So you got agitated and started running berserk, picking your phone, record, shout, calling people to come in. So this is what has landed us. I think that for assault, since he led the people there, he should be invited or picked by the police. There's no doubt about that.
Okay.
He should be picked by the police and let me do the investigation. Okay. The minister's administrative committee work they want to do, they should do it. Because there's some laxity in terms of security in accessing the trauma units of the Ridge Hospital. This is what has happened.
Right.
So that was quite unfortunate of what has happened.
All right.
And I think that the young man must take it easy. If you are being a youth activist, it's not everything that you may be right. But sometimes your methodology of dealing with these things makes your case quite bad.
Right.
Because he wanted to fight for the guy who had an accident and he suspected he's dying. There's a way you do about it. You know, so I think that he didn't do it well. You can't go to in this your studio. These are some people go to the studio and go attack the host and other people. So they put security measures that you cannot get access into the studio.
Right.
You're going to attack the host and the panelists who are doing the discussions and all that. So regional management must put security measures at the entrance of that trauma department to make sure the patients are protected, staff of the hospital are protected, and to make sure things are done rightly.
Okay.
On the threat issue by the Ghana Residents Association, I think that the minister is moving quickly, and to say that he wants to, he has constituted a committee to go into it. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
Okay.
And I think that the Ghana Residents, the committee, I didn't hear the composition.
Okay.
A member of the Ghana Residents, at least to be part of the committee.
I agree.
There is somebody.
Ahead of a nurse.
Definitely will be their member.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a doctor, a nurse, an HR person, a lawyer, and an auditor.
Yeah.
No. These are nurses or whatever. I mean the union rep. A union rep on the committee. That's what I mean.
The GRNA.
As for nurses and doctors, they can be there. A rep of the union, whether the Accra Metropolis or the regional members.
What I mean is that the nurse definitely will be their member.
No, the nurse is a victim, so she'll be invited to come and...
No, not the victim. In the composition of the committee, there is a nurse.
And I'm saying that.
He's insisting there must be a member of
the union.
Executive
of the union.
Executive?
Yes, that's
a
what
composition
not
of the
executive necessarily.
The rep of the union, of the Ghana Residents Association.
Should be there. Okay, that's fine. So
for the
you know,
union
under normal circumstances, the show would end 5 minutes to 10. But you also know that today Annie Efwampofo's birthday.
So are we cutting a cake?
Enters its second day. It's a whole week. It's a whole week celebration.
What birthday?
So what has happened is that she's been able to lobby to get us some 30 minutes more.
But the birthday is when?
Oh, it was yesterday. That's what I'm saying. Today it entered its second date. Yeah, today. Yes. She did some cake cutting yesterday, and she's hoping that today,
So
once
the
two of you are here, there'll be another cake cutting.
Oh, you chop one?
You know, the two of you are now here. So we'll do a second.
Because it's a whole week.
We'll do birthday celebration number 2.
I'll keep the date in mind.
Oh,
yesterday is what?
I'm saying birthday celebration number 2.
Number 2.
Yes.
Okay, come on.
Today is second day.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
You have the capacity, the two of you,
Mm-hmm.
to sing and to do other things.
Well,
so let me do this quickly. So Mancha Bruce, you know, he's a lecturer at Takoradi Technical University. Okay, so he says good morning to you and your panelists. It's a rather long one, but I'll try. The MEP is confronted with a nuanced situation regarding individuals who have previously resigned from the party. Alan's resignation in 2023 marks the second instance of his departure following a similar incident in 2008. Notwithstanding, the counsel offered by the late B.J. Darocha, then chairman of the party's Council of Elders, to permit his exit, the MPP endeavored to secure his return. Ultimately, he opted to resign and establish a rival political movement, which subsequently contested the MPP in 2024. In light of this, the party's consideration of amnesty for those who have left its ranks must be approached with discernment, while individuals who have been dismissed or have been forfeited or have forfeited their membership may be eligible for reinstatement. Those who have voluntarily resigned and have since become affiliated with the opposition NDC through their actions cannot be automatically granted amnesty. Instead, they must submit a fresh application for consideration, underscoring the party's commitment to upholding its values and principles. Manche Bruce II, Takoradi. So, Reverend Tim Fojo, okay, so Reverend is wishing Annie a belated happy birthday and said, belated happy birthday to my darling sister, Annie. Reverend and
you know, she's a schoolmate to my wife.
Oh, you mean
Reverend
Tim Fojo?
No.
Oh, you mean Annie?
Yeah, they were
really?
mates.
Oh, I see.
Nifa Secondary School.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see.
They were mates.
Oh, nice.
I'm
so
told
Annie
she was an entertainment prefect.
Annie?
Yes.
Annie was an entertainment prefect?
Entertainment prefect.
Where?
Nifa Secondary School.
Really?
Entapi.
Entapi?
Yeah.
You mean Annie the Entapi?
Entapi.
Wow.
Ask her.
She's never told anyone this. In fact, recently I found out
prefect.
that she's also a singer, very good singer. In fact, she's coming up with an album.
Oh, wow.
And I'm sure, yes, it's I'm sure she'll do very soon. It's very, very ready soon. But I didn't know she was an entertainment prefect.
Entertainment prefect.
I see. No wonder she sings well. And she raps too.
She raps.
Oh, yeah. She's a very good rapper. Very good rapper. I think she's going to be like a Kirk Franklin. You know,
well,
sing and rap.
Anything she does it well. So.
Oh, yeah. So when the album, I'm sure, is ready, the two of you will be invited. So Reverend John Tim Fojo says, happy belated birthday to my darling sister Annie. More blessings, more grace, more favor. Now, from another viewer called Yahuza, he says, I really can't understand why your panelists think the guy is guilty without showing any evidence. No one is blaming the nurses for their unprofessional conduct every day that have led to the death of so many people. And that's from another viewer called Yahuza.
Oh, Yahuza, we have done that. Not just nurses. We talked about
generally government
how
employees who are not working.
Workers behave. We condemn it. We are also saying that the fact that he let the boys there and an assault took place, he will have questions to answer. That is what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Khalil, Awudu Khalil, he sends a message from, I believe, from Uwa. He says, bro, if there was an assault, at least there would have been pictures or videos of that. They can't say anybody saw the nurse being assaulted, just like the way his MVP people entered. Okay, all right. Khalil, we don't want to remind our viewers about that incident. But Edmond sends the sensor. He says he's a sales consultant. He says what Raphael did was wrong. Let's not encourage these people as advocates. One day they will come and bite us as a country, and we cannot stop it. What was he quoting? Does he know about privacy? Okay, and this one, Mansa Musa says that he's a journalist based in the UK who says that tomorrow, here in the UK, nurses and other paramedics are very cautious and highly professional in their line of duty. Yet sometimes the occasional madness from patients and visitors do happen. Over here, assault on nurses and other paramedics is a straight police matter. No one has the right to assault a nurse. Good morning from Mansa Musa, Voice of London, UK. And this one here is good morning. Is the Jirapa MP related to Sly, former Botiano MP Sylvester Tete? I don't think so. one be Gamma, one be, you know. Anyway, so they said they look alike. That's from Amin in Tamale. You know, we have a very huge listenership base in the north. So, so this one says, even though I disagree with the actions of Ralph, but the Rich Hospital should follow due process. They should report the matter to the police and stop writing letters to the government. Master Planner, Junior Policy Analyst, Ken Tampo. All right, so Edie Mwahidi is also wishing Annie Ifuampofu a happy birthday. He says, the Entapi must sing and rap for the viewers before you end the show. Hey, this one sounds like a threat. Edie, looks like a threatening Annie. All right, so this one here says that I condemn the assault of any kind, but it's clear that Titus has never been in that situation himself. I had to take my mother to the hospital recently, and what we experienced was deeply frustrating. When we arrived at the polyclinic, they referred to us as the emergency unit. The emergency unit in turn sent us right back to the polyclinic, and this back and forth continued for some time. I eventually got angry and agitated before the emergency staff finally decided to attend to her. And honestly, the treatment she received is another story altogether. Unfortunately, what seems to get a response in these settings is not calmness, but threats. That alone says a lot about the system. The GRNMA should focus less on defending the indefensible and more on reorienting their members. There's an urgent need for a shift in attitude and approach, and this is coming from Naniana from Accra. You know, people have a lot of experiences there.
And more,
lots of experiences.
Even though you are reading your text messages.
Sorry, let me do just two more, and then I can come back to you. To the Anias, you know, she's benevolently, big-heartedly, and generously giving us away a tapi. Anyway, so Alhaji Hamza Pig Farm says, good morning. Alhaji Hamza Pig Farm says, good morning, my brother. I totally agree with the minister to set up a committee to investigate the matter at Rich Hospital. And if Ralph is found guilty, he should be punished for that. But, my brother, we should also be fair to ourselves. Nurses at Rich Hospital and other government hospitals have no respect for patients. I lost my wife at Rich Hospital, and I know what we went through in the hands of the nurses in that hospital. I'm also surprised to see that the MPP are trying hard to play politics with this issue, and it is so shameful on their part. The health minister must rather be commended for visiting the hospital to see things for himself and to call for investigations. And he thinks that the nurse is not telling the truth. Well, the investigations will prove all of that. So, our own Bright Amini says, I should wish Annie a happy belated birthday, and that you must sing, and sing you must. He's not taking any excuses or any explanations. Now, Mystic Wonder Avoke inside in Sawama Dwejiri says, good morning to you, Mr. Moro. Keep up the good work. You exhibited professionalism by interviewing the guy in question. In as much as I condemn the incident at the hospital, the heartless and arrogant posture of some nurses and doctors towards patients is appalling. Who speaks for the poor Ghanaian patient and who watches the watchman? All right. Okay, I guess that we can end the messages here. And oh, sorry. McLean says, good morning. The issue of Galamsey. Oh, so you're talking about Galamsey. We're not talking about Galamsey now, McLean. We're talking about the attitude of nurses and so on, and the attitude of some clients or customers. So I guess that we can wrap up on this.
Somebody said, because I've no experience.
Yes. You don't know what you're talking about.
Got an experience, so I will not feel the way others have felt.
Yeah.
I think that it is right that if you go to a facility and you experience such things, you need to talk about it. The first thing you need to go is to go to either the administrator of the facility or the director in charge of the facility and make a complaint. Because there are things that we cannot push under the carpet, you know. So if things are bad, let's speak on it so that people will change. In the beginning of this discussion, both of us have forcefully intimated that look, those employees of government who go to work and they don't do nothing, and they are there, what are their managers doing? If you have a strong HR who knows his work and people are not working, you should be able to get the feedback.
Yeah.
And based on the feedback, you're able to put in measures in place to correct some of these
Right.
mess that goes on at the place.
Right.
What has happened is an unfortunate thing. Nobody is doing politics here.
Okay.
We are talking about the conduct of RAF. You can't go to a government facility and go and misconduct yourself.
Okay. All right.
A nurse has been injured.
Okay.
A minister has left his office, come to the scene.
All right.
Maybe before you know, he's busy in the meeting,
Yeah.
doing something, but he need to rush to come and see what was happening.
Okay.
He should have been picked by those guys who did those things.
Okay. All right.
Let us not condone some of these things that is going on.
All right.
Moro,
Our time is
Moro.
up.
Oh, God.
Oh, just a minute.
Well,
sorry, belated happy birthday to
Tuani.
Well, let me use this
First,
platform.
follow it.
Let me
Where?
use this
First,
platform to
follow.
wish
It's an quick cake. Anyway,
a
sorry.
happy belated birthday. May you live long in good health. May you live to be 100 years. Annie, I understand you were the entertainment prophet when you were in secondary school. We didn't know this. Now that we know.
You see?
Okay.
She's showing her
now that we know
skills. You see?
Now that we know
skills.
this,
You see?
we will start. You need a manager that will start talking to, so that we can hire you to perform. You know, on in occasions.
Okay.
Is that her?
Okay, yes, that's her. That's Annie. Hello? That's Annie.
Yeah, man.
And Tapi, Annie. Okay.
Well, Moro,
I see.
In conclusion to this Rich Hospital issue, might is not right.
Right.
Let us don't take the law into our own hands.
Right.
If we go on that tangent, this country will not be safe for us. So for me, whoever that takes the law into his or her own hands to perpetuate assault against any worker of this country, I condemn it in toto. We shouldn't allow that. Let the law take its own course.
Simple.
Less sleeping dogs lie.
That's fine.
If you haven't been treated fairly, resort to the law. The law is the law.
Okay.
Every institution in this country has rules and regulations. That's why nobody, even the president, that's why we have separation of powers.
Right.
The executive is just not left unchecked.
All right.
So everybody has a supervisor in this country.
Okay.
So if the nurses behavior
Okay.
wasn't, they didn't conduct themselves well, there's a superior that you can report to.
That's fine.
And even if you don't want even to report to the superior in the hospital, you can sue the hospital if you think you have a genuine case.
All right, so we've had an additional 15 minutes by the kind courtesy of Annie, who lobbied for us to get the 15 minutes. And as I did indicate that her birthday celebration enters the second day. In fact, it's a whole week celebration. So those of you who are yet to send your cake, please, we're waiting for the cake. We like cake. We like cake. So joining us this morning for the show is Daniel Nee Kwate Titus Glover, former Greater Accra Regional Minister and also former MP, and also Kletus Sedu Dabla Jirapa MP. Thanks for watching Good Morning Ghana. Bye-bye. Have a good one.
Are you a Ghanaian business ready to conquer new frontiers? From October 23rd to 25th, 2025, Ghana Fest Europe is your direct